Hi everybody, happy Monday. As you can see, I'm getting the town hall possibly tomorrow, so it might be a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if it maybe makes it so that there's less to do when the resident services is closed, but look at Tammy living her best life. New hair? Yeah, this is a wig. I've worn it once on stream before. I like to have fun with wigs sometimes. But hi everyone. I hope Mercy and Sol, good luck with your homework, enjoy your lurk, and hi Therapy, and Dinico, and CeeLo, and Super Ultra, and Trial Orc. And hi everybody that I might have missed like earlier in chat. I have some storage to sort through. I did do some home interior decorating last night, so maybe I'll pop in and show you all that before I start working on my storage. Oh, thank you all. Yeah, the no more flex is because I've been on vacation and I feel kind of dumb. I feel like all my muscles have like wasted away while I'm on vacation, but maybe I can do a little flex for old time's sake, see how much of the muscle is still there. I don't know, maybe a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, this is my interior so far. I'm going for kind of a rustic, woodsy sort of interior. Just working with what I have, you know. I happen to have this carpet and wallpaper, so why not pair it together? Might not be Glyneth's final interior. And something else you might notice is she has freckles and eyebrows now. I did experiment with that over in the custom designs. This is what it looks like. So for some reason, you have to put the freckles and the eyebrows like really close together. I don't know, I don't really understand how it's laid out. But I also made a transparent pattern just to use for the bed because I didn't like any of the bed designs, so I was just like, we're having default bedding. Oh, and hi Ginger. You have a similar flooring? Yeah, I also have another one that's kind of similar. It's called like a wildflower floor, and maybe we can test that in here too and see how that looks. Oh, and hi Robin, thank you. No, I didn't get a haircut, Ginger. This is just like a wig. I have a lot of fun with wigs sometimes because I don't like to dye or cut my actual hair all that much, but oh, thank you, Mercy. I'm glad you like the look of my house. I did order some more things for it. I ordered a candle, a clay furnace, and a pot rack, so maybe we can decorate my room a little bit longer here. If you click the right stick, you can switch it to the face preview. Yeah, I was experimenting with that. Something I find annoying, I don't know if you all have done a lot with the pattern maker, but if you like change it to the face preview and then finish the pattern and then go to edit it, it doesn't remember that you wanted the face preview, so you have to switch it to the face preview like every time you go and edit it. It's kind of annoying. But let's set up maybe like a kitchen area. Because right now, I guess this is like a one-room cabin. I've got like a place to sleep, I've got a place to work on my like wood cutting, and I need a place to eat too. So here's a clay furnace, and I'm gonna put the pot rack above it, so that way like all my kitchen stuff is together. Where's my pot rack? Oh, there it is. Oh, thank you, Salome. I love the freckles so much. Yeah, it's definitely not the most original idea in the world. I think that's what a lot of people have been doing with their like face paint and stuff, but I thought it would suit Glyneth a lot, so I had fun doing it. And something I'd be willing to trade with you all is if any of you have like a music player that would work with this room, because I have a jukebox, but I just was not... I would rather go musicless than have a jukebox in here. Let me show you how the jukebox looks in this room. So I put it down here, and then it's like all glowy and well, I guess it's not glowy right now because music's not playing, but as soon as I play music, it starts to like glow, and I'm like, man, this is not working. This is not working. So if any of you have like a rustic music player, let me know and I'll trade something for you. But yeah, this is it in the meantime. Maybe I can put a candle over here on the table. Oh, is this my candle? So yeah, I guess that's all set for now. I think it's cute. Glyneth is my little woodcutter. She can chop some wood on this little table here. And also a gardener, so she's got like her gardening boots and her watering can and her plants and bucket ready to go. Is that a custom pattern on the floor? It's actually not. It's like a Sahara carpet. You all might be familiar with it. It's from past games. It's called like the Daisy Meadow. Oh, and this is the Wildflower Meadow. If you all want to see this real quick, I can pop in and show you all that. Oh, thank you, Ginger. I'm doing pretty good today. My eye was bothering me a little bit this morning. I know y'all are probably sick of me talking about my eye. I should probably shut up about it, but yeah, I can't wait till it heals. And this is the Wildflower Meadow. So I definitely prefer, for this particular room, I prefer the Daisy Meadow, but I could see this one being extra pretty for maybe some sort of, like, I don't know, more fairy sort of room. And I'm gonna move my mic a little closer, so just pardon any odd noises that happen. I'm gonna move it a little closer. Alright, there we go. And thank you for the host, Ginger. And thanks, Spooky. Oh, and hi, JT. Welcome to stream, JT. I hope you all are doing so good. Do you know what aesthetics you'd like for your island? The kind of thing that I'm daydreaming about is to have more than one aesthetic. Like, you know, Glyneth here is going to be the representative of, like, the peasant life, but maybe some other characters could represent, like, higher tiers of life or higher stratus of society. I'm not sure the right word to say it, but I plan to have, like, a mixture of different aesthetics, like, spread out through town and kind of have a lot of fun with, like, fantasy world building. And I'm trying my best to, like, brainstorm the sorts of, like, wild things that I could do. I even love the idea of, like, making a mermaid coast or something. Do you all think that I could achieve something like that? Like, maybe, like, draw some mermaids on some custom designs with the transparency and then, like, have a little mermaid coast? I don't know. I'm trying my best to come up with different ideas for, like, fantasy-style world building and hopefully have fun with it. The only music player I have is the wood block one. Yeah, I have like this big wooden block stereo, and I think it's like a little bit like too bulky for me for that room. I want something like little and inconspicuous. What I have in mind is perhaps the phonograph, if any of you have the phonograph. I have a tape recorder that looks cool. Yeah, I wonder if I have the tape recorder too, like, or I have a tape deck. That's what I have, and maybe a tape deck would work, yeah. Oh, look at this little cute little basket of toys here. I like that. That's so adorable. And what's this thing? Looks like some electronics. But I think I do have to start the stream with some mundane, like, storage management. Unfortunately, I've had to resort to a lot of ground storage type things. Let me see if I can try to clear some of this stuff up. Well, I don't need 2 of these plants. I don't need so many of these things that are just orderable. And I guess I can sell some of the stuff that I can just craft again, right? But yeah, I've learned that if you're not going to expand your house, which I haven't expanded my house a lot, you need to not be a pack rat, because you don't have much storage at all. I have a skull music player that's black. I don't know if that would work, but I appreciate the suggestions. I have a Lily music player. That might work too. Could you not use your regular wooden one and customize it darker? Yeah, I guess it's a little too bulky for me. By the way, I should check my turnip prices. I did buy a lot of turnips. 35 bells. Dang. Don't do this to me, Timmy and Tommy. Don't do this to me. I spent $100,000 in turnips. Ooh. Y'all will have to help me out. We have a new section on the Discord for posting your turnip prices. Please post if you have a high price. Thank you for the host, JT. Sorry, still catching up on chat a little bit. Hi, Boba. If I subscribe, I get all the stickers, right? So Tutranium, subscribing on Twitch gets you access to like subscriber-only emotes, if that's what you mean by stickers. What's funny about you mentioning the stickers though is I do have like a bit of a stickers program, so if stickers are your thing, like every 3 months I'll send you a sticker in the mail if you choose to like redeem that. Of course it's optional. If you don't like want a sticker, you don't have to, but yeah, it's a cute little system that I have. And today I have some orange windflowers, yellow pansies, white windflowers, white tulips. I do like the orange windflowers. I might buy those later, maybe when I get to gardening. And I like to check what the DIY recipes are. But yeah, not seeing anything too fancy over here. Let's see what walls and floors I have. I do like to buy all of these up. Even if I don't like them, I like to buy them up. I haven't seen any AC streams for like a week. So much has happened in your town. Yeah, maybe not as much as others though, but oh, it's good to see you again, Ellarella. I'm glad to see you again. Mermaid Coast. Yeah, I hope I'm able to pull that off. Maybe instead of drawing mermaids on like custom designs, I could just try to have a very whimsical coast with lots of like the shell furniture. Maybe just try to make it look like a very dreamy coast instead of trying to actually draw mermaids on it. Oh, and hi Alina, good afternoon to you too. Your island will be amazing, I'm sure. Oh, thank you, Salome. I hope so. But I'm enjoying taking it slow, and I look forward to seeing what I come up with eventually. Probably what I'm most intimidated by is like the terraforming. How do you all think that you'll handle like the terraforming? Because once I unlock that, I feel like all bets are off as far as like any previous plans I had, and I can like pretty much completely redo my island if I want. I don't know, it's almost like too much freedom. It could be a little overwhelming, but that'll be like a really big deal whenever I unlock that. Oh, and hi Cala Crossing and Peanut Potato. You have this tapestry? Yeah, I think I might have bought this before. I've been a little greedy, and whenever I go to you all's town, sometimes I like to catalog the stuff that I see at your Nook's Crannies, so the other day I was greedy and bought this pot rack from Tutranium's town, and then it shows up at my Nook's Cranny, so I should have just waited. I'm such a hoarder in AC games. Limited space is dangerous. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if maybe you all can give me advice on this, but I was kind of hoping to maybe not fully expand Glyneth's house, because Glyneth is a peasant character. That's like her whole deal. And I was thinking of maybe having a tiny house for Glyneth, but then apparently you can't alter the exterior of the house if it remains small. And plus, your storage is tied to how big your house is. So anyway, I'm struggling a little bit with that. Oh, J2 Legend! I just got to that part of chat and I saw some hype going on. Thank you so much for the sub to Straw Cherry. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks so much for the support, JT, for that gift sub and Straw Cherry. I hope you enjoyed the gift sub and all those Animal Crossing emotes. Welcome to stream. Thank you all so much for the love and support there. So I am trying to work on my storage issues. Oh, and hi Hella Blue. Thank you so much for the host. What are your dream villagers? I haven't decided yet. I'm still trying to, you know, plan out my town a little bit whenever I can. Oh, and Luis, thank you. My island is about to be ravaged by terraforming. Oh, are you pretty close to unlocking that, CeeLo? Oh, and hi Brad, and hi Pompanil. I'm new to your streams, but I've heard good things about your streams. Your emotes are adorable, and I met you when raided Andrews Town. Oh, were you over when I went to Andrews Town? That's so cool. I remember like there were 3 of us sitting around like a campfire, and I knew one of them was Andrew, but I didn't know that that was you. But yeah, Strawcherry, I've seen you a lot in Crystal's streams. I really like Simply Press Start Crystal streams as well. You're gonna use terraforming very minimally, Kimma. I think since it's such a fun feature, I'm tempted to kind of go wild with it, but not gonna lie, those sorts of like, you know, having too much freedom sorts of feelings with terraforming that could cause some problems. Oh, look at this hot spring. Someone gifted this to me and I just kind of plopped it here, but I look forward to maybe using this for a landscaping spot. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not sure I want to terraform. Yeah, that's really interesting that some of you are thinking about not doing it. What's the reasoning? Just being too like overwhelmed by the possibilities, being happy enough with like your own map, that sort of thing. But yeah, let me see if I can pick up some of this ground storage. I really like this hourglass. Let me see if I can customize the hourglass while I'm thinking about it. Oh, and hi Jay, thank you so much for the host. Oh, and thanks Miriam, welcome to stream. Do you still have those items on your island that you couldn't fit in your storage? Or did you finally organize the mess? Yeah, I actually did sell a lot of stuff last night, and some of it was that stuff that was catalogable. But yeah, it looks like I can't customize the hourglass. The hourglass is like this white item, and I really like it because hourglasses to me always like associate with magic. Like maybe I shouldn't have that association, but I tend to think like hourglasses work really well in sorts of like fantasy environments, but this one's like very white, so I was hoping I could customize it to like a brown color, but I guess I can't. It's still cute though, I like it. And it's probably orderable, so I can probably just sell it for now. Oh yes, Nan! There's so much to do and catch up on. Nan is my new neighbor, so I'll have to go and introduce you all to Nan. I have Nan, Bunny, I have Pudge, and Tammy and Genji were my OGs. So let me finish cleaning some of this stuff up. Coffee cup, Cosmos wreath. Oh, so... Oh gosh. This struggle though. I guess what I've been doing is I've been keeping some of my materials over here, and I might try to make it aesthetic. I might try to build like a little fence and keep all my wood in the fence. Maybe that would be like an aesthetic way to go about it. Do you all know what this rusted part is, by the way? I have no idea what this rusted part is. I have no idea what it's for, like... Just showed up in my little recycling bin one day. The water is so gorgeous. Yeah, I love the water Dinico. It's one of my favorite aspects of the design of this game, and Earlier today it was raining in my town and I was already kind of dreading yet like another rainy day. Like, I've had so many rainy days. But look, the rain cleared up. I'm happy with my map and I'm not even sure what I'd do with it. I only really want a heart-shaped pond. Yeah, that's so cute because there are heart-shaped ponds that you can get naturally in the game, but you can definitely like do that yourself with terraforming too. Alright, do I have a fishing rod? No, I don't. Dang it. I'm on the lookout for a koi, and Sarah told me that you can sometimes find kois in the ponds, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for finding a koi in my little pond down there. Your voice is super soothing. It's really nice to listen to. Oh, thanks, Straw Cherry. Oh, you guys like Nan? We'll have to go and visit her pretty soon. Just want to like customize my fishing rod. Or not customize it, just craft it. Some items come in different colors, and to get them you just have to find the color you want. Yeah, I unlocked customization recently and I've had some fun with like changing the colors of things. Like there are certain items that almost remind me of like the kitty items when you customize them. Like I tried to make a bookshelf the other day and customize it, and then it like came in all these kitty colors, so it's been really fun to kind of like see how customization works in this one. So what do I need in order to make a decent fishing rod? Do I need some, like, iron? Let me grab some iron and see if that solves it. I'm so happy you got her. She was one of my starting villagers in New Leaf. I think you'll like her. Yeah, her house is really cute, too. I need to show you all Nan's house, but I've seen it on the start screen, and it looks so good. Like a wood pile? Yeah, the funny thing is that's part of my headcanon for Glyneth as a character, is that she's kind of like a woodcutter, like that's her profession in my little fantasy world building. Like she's a peasant woodcutter, that's what she is, so I think it might, in the meantime with my storage issues, be a good way to both hoard lots of wood, because I might need the wood to start building fences, and also to make it aesthetic, you know, so kind of two birds with one stone sort of thing. But alright, let's see if this is a koi. Wish me good luck. I hope it's a koi. Oh, is it gone? Are you kidding me? Why did it disappear? I'm so sad. Oh well. Oh, and hi Jay. Hope you're all having a good Monday. How has Athalia been today? Well, I just started, so you haven't missed much. I checked on what the turnip prices were, and it wasn't a good price, and I'm currently trying to sort out my storage a little bit. I wonder if I could get rid of some of this stuff by, like, going into my house and putting it in storage. Blue Bear was the first villager I met via Dodo Airlines. Oh, Blue Bear's a cutie. I really like her house exterior too. She has a very blue house exterior, fittingly. Alright, so let me see what my space is like in my storage. And if I was not dumb and kept my jukebox out, I could stow away KK Ballad in it. But yeah, the cherry lamp and the misty wall, which maybe I'll show off for just a brief second. Check out this misty wall, isn't it gorgeous? But yeah, those are unorderable, so I might tuck that away in my storage as well. Oh! Alright, so not that one. So I'm gonna put this one on the wall and then tuck this one away in storage. Oh, my storage is full. I can't put anything else away. Rusted parts are for future DIYs. Oh, okay, so I better hold on to it and not sell it. Thanks for the info there. I do have one other spot where I have a music player, so maybe I'll go and put KK Ballad in that music player over there. But look, it's Nan. She's doing some fishing. Oh, we haven't met yet. I'm Nan, and I just moved to the island. Is it alright if I call you Glyneth? I could use a friend that knows their way around Athalia. I'm still lost. Aw. Yeah, I can see how it could be overwhelming moving to a new island like this. It is such a big island. Kid, fish aren't biting. Oh, I'll let her fish. It looks like she's really intent on her fishing right now. Although I don't see any fish shadows, Nan. I got my first camper today and it was Hex. I think that's his name. He's cute, but he's a jock penguin and I didn't want another jock on my island. Oh yeah. Do you have all the personalities yet, Ginger? Because that's kind of weird you would get like a duplicate personality like that. I still don't have like a Cranky, and I don't think I have like a Smug yet. But yeah, this is my little romantic spot by the beach. Got like a shell speaker playing Forest Life over here, so maybe I'll add KK Ballad to it. Something I noticed is if you plant flowers on the beach, it actually, like, they won't grow. Like, I planted these days ago and they're not growing clearly. I restarted my island today. I don't know, I just didn't feel my island started the day of launch, so hopefully this one's different. I always tended to restart a lot in New Leaf, so I hope I don't do that in New Horizons. Yeah, well, good luck with resisting that urge to reset, Lacey, but at the same time, I think it's still really early on. Maybe if, you know, you started a town out of the initial hype on day one, but then now you're, like, rethinking things and wanting to, like, start again. I think that's really valid. I definitely felt, like, a little bit like I wanted to pick out my town, too. I think it feels kind of special when you can settle in a town that you kind of picked out because you liked the map and you liked the fruit and everything. But yeah, good luck with resetting, Lacey. I don't really bother making better tools, I just make flimsy tools. Yeah, that extra step is a little annoying, but I also find it annoying how much they break, so I figure if I can help prevent them break just a little bit less, then I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's a good pun. That's a good pun, Ellarella. Maybe it's coy. But let me show you this hybrid growing spot. I haven't grown like any hybrids from it yet, but you can see that I'm trying, right? I got them set up to breed some hybrids. And since it rained earlier today, I actually don't need to water them. Look at them, they're already sparkling. Does your character have witchy vibes? If so, I may have a crystal ball item I can order for you. Oh, Alina, thanks so much for the offer. Is the crystal ball like a magic set? Because if it's a magic set, I do have that one. But yeah, my character, Glyneth, she isn't a witch, but I do plan to maybe make a witch side character as well. That's sort of what I'm talking about with my, like, fantasy world building. Like, one character's a peasant, one character's a witch, maybe one's, like, kind of royalty or nobility. That's the sort of thing I'm going for. But look at Nan's house. Isn't Nan's house like adorably rustic? I love the like little bars on the door, and I love the color scheme. And down here is some of my other townies. I've got Bunny and Pudge over here. Oh, and hi Sapling Crossing. Good afternoon to you too. I don't have all the personality types. That's why I was confused when I saw he was a jock. Yeah, that must be a bit of a pain to be wanting like all the personalities and then you get like double jock. I feel like jocks are usually one of the characters too that I don't mind just having one jock in town. But yeah, Tammy, Genji, Nan, Bunny, and Pudge is my current lineup. Let's go and visit all the townies for today. Oh, Pudge is out on a snack run. And Bunny. Looks like Bunny's inside right now. Where did you get all the music from? Yeah, I'm really good about going over to the Nook Shopping ABD every day, and I order, I think there's like one KK Slider song for sale each day. Yeah, check that ABD, Brad. I saw something on Twitter today that said they would love it if you could craft multiples of the same item at once. It would be way more exciting to craft better tools if that were the case. Yeah, that would be convenient, but I feel like we shouldn't be too greedy. You remember how long it took to craft things in Pocket Camp? And we can speed up the crafting by pressing A, so maybe we're being a little too greedy. Oh my gosh, welcome! What's the latest? It's Monday. What do you think I should do this week? I know, I'm gonna go on a long walk and look fab doing it. Oh wow, she's got Forest Life playing. I didn't know you were into Forest Life, Bunny. It's cool how they talk about the music they play when you go up to their music player. Archer visited. Oh, Archer is J Quincy TV in chat. Back home, Archer is known as an unhindered phoenix. That's LeBonkers, right? I need to get a shiny new title too. Every pop star should have one. Oh, but that's so cool she's playing Forest Life. I don't think she usually did in past games. If I redeem some acorn points to get villagers a new leaf, when would you be able to do it? Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's, you know, just whenever, like, off stream, it, like, matches both of our schedules. Like, since you're in the Discord, I would probably just message you on Discord and hopefully you would respond and we could get that going, you know? But yeah, it's usually, like, off stream at whatever time works best for both of us. Pocket Camp, yeah. That Pocket Camp crafting was much more painful than this crafting. But yeah, let me do my little hybrids check. This was back when I thought that red windflowers and white windflowers led to pink windflowers, but apparently they don't. Apparently it's like red and orange windflowers that create pink ones. And pansies are my native. A lot of people have the same house as Bunny. I wonder if they change as time goes on. I just haven't seen anything about it yet. Yeah, JT, I've been like a little bit frustrated by it, but at the same time, I think they're trying to make the game very immersive. Like, these villagers just moved in like us, so it would be a little odd if they showed us up with their house interiors too much. I think they're trying to just make it seem like, you know, they're still getting their bearings too, so that's why a lot of them, they either have like cabin furniture or they have wooden block furniture. So a lot of the villager houses are looking very samey to me too, but I think that changes as time goes on. Oh sure, Dark Knight, I'll be sure to like message you later about that. I thought red and orange windflowers would turn out like pansies did. Yeah, there's typically a lot of like common hybrid breeding patterns that are same from game to game, like red and white equals pink and whatnot, so it's a little surprising when they like switch it up, but yeah, this is my little windflower garden for breeding pink windflowers. I definitely like the sort of natural areas up here. I know I haven't gotten to a lot of intense landscaping yet, but sometimes I still feel like really at home in my town and really like admiring the natural scenery when I come up to a place like this and see the wildflowers, see like the waterfalls tumbling off the cliffs. It's a good point. Yeah, I've seen mostly different colors of wood furniture, didn't even consider that. Yeah, something else that I've seen is that they will sometimes like ask you to give you things, so I guess that's a way to kind of spruce up their house too, is if you have some things that you want to give them. The other day I gave Tammy a customized bookshelf, so maybe I'll have to go check in on Tammy to see if she displayed the bookshelf in her house. And maybe I should finish finding the fossils, since that seems to be something that I've started to do. Might as well knock that out. Do you all have like a routine you like to do in your town? I'll tell you all my routine, like when I'm not streaming. When I'm not streaming, what I like to do is start by shaking trees. And I walk to literally like every tree in town with my net, and I shake it. And so that way I get all the bells, I get all the furniture, I get all the wasps. Because for a poor girl like me, you know, the wasps are really helpful. They're actually worth pretty good money. And then once I've shaken all the trees, I go and collect wood and ore and all that stuff. So I do feel like that routine might be like a little boring for stream though, so maybe I'll not do that when I'm streaming. Oh, that's a pretty butterfly. We just keep running into each other today, kid. I just love the effortless look of your frugal dress. I didn't mean to imply you put no effort into your style, kid. You just wear the basics well. Oh, thanks, Nan. I like the little landscaping you did in front of your house. Yeah, and I plan on moving my house, so I haven't really gone too wild with it, but I have liked what I've done so far. I was thinking of moving Glyneth up to like the higher land of town, and then once I unlock like terraforming, I will probably put a few like waterfalls near her house and kind of make it like it's a cabin and on higher ground. I do the same routine that I did in New Leaf, not much has changed. Yeah, I guess there's so much new to this game though that I feel like my routine is so different than it was in New Leaf just because of the sheer amount of different things that are new to this game. Alright, so I'm gonna definitely like be very liberal in what I sell to the Nooklings because I'm having such trouble. Alright, Timmy and Tommy, you can have all this stuff. And all that was only like 4 grand. Oh, and hi Cloudy. How are you today, Cloudy? Just finished dinner. I hope it was a good dinner. I've been trying to get a routine down, but I get distracted so quickly. As far as I know, I'm about to wrap up the story stuff though, so I think I'll have a more normal routine soon. Yeah, that's another thing, is sometimes the game, like when you would try to have like a routine, it kind of throws stuff at you. Like tomorrow I'll be unlocking the town hall, so I'm sure that tomorrow like the routine will feel a little different. Oh, hey Pudge. I only always get lost half the time I leave my house now. The other half of the time I get lost most of the time. Wow. You think you could have said that in a more confusing way, Pudge? And I've remembered most of the names of folks, now I just have to learn which name goes to who. So, I got a welcome to the island thing, but for you, even though you already live here, it's not weird. Aw, sure, Pudge, what you got? A shell stool! I made it back on my last island. Oh, so Pudge lived on an island before this one. It's the best one I've ever made. No sharp edges, no bad smells, and weighs what it's supposed to. Oh, that's funny he says bad smells, because one time I went on vacation to like the Caribbean with my family in high school, and my brother found this like really giant conch shell, and he actually had to get it treated before he displayed it in our house because it smelled like really, really bad. So I'm glad that Pudge's little shell stool doesn't smell bad. We're gonna be the bestest friends that ever friended, Golly. Oh. Sweet Pudge. I have just the spot for Pudge's little shell stool. Can go over in my little romantic spot by the beach. Loving all the butterflies today. Oh, it's such a gorgeous atmosphere today. Love these clear skies. Oh, I hear a balloon present. It's across the river though, so I don't have to alter what I was planning on doing. Ah, where did it go? Okay, there it is. Oh, and hi Andrew. I didn't see you come in. I hope you're doing good, Andrew. You had some pizza for dinner? Oh, cool. Pizza's my favorite, as y'all who are in the Discord might know from the sorts of things I've posted in the food channel. Alright, so let me shoot down this present. My Melba amiibo card arrived today. I'm super tempted to scan her in, but I have June on my island already, and I luckily found a Marina on another island too, just overloaded on normal villagers. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that dilemma. I remember back in like the Animal Crossing Tumblr days when I was on Animal Crossing Tumblr a lot, sometimes a lot of my friends would genuinely not care about the personalities and just have tons of normals. Because doesn't it seem like the normal roster is so stacked of cuties? There's so many cute normals. But yeah, I totally like understand if you want to wait to scan in Melba before you had your time with like a Marina and who was the other one? Okay, well I'm forgetting who the other one was, but yeah, if anyone does have Melba in their town, feel free to send me like a picture of what her house exterior looks like, because I'm gonna want to kind of know what like Melba's house looks like before I move her into my town, because I'm so into like the house exteriors and everything. Oh, look at this little shell stool. I love it. I need to plant some like coconuts back here. Maybe I can do that today, like plant a coconut here, coconut back here. Oh, Alochi! Thank you so much for the raid! Wow, welcome on in, Ghost fam. Welcome on in. I hope you all had a lovely stream. How has your island town been coming along, Alochi? How was your stream today? But my name is Amy, and I'm primarily an Animal Crossing streamer myself, and now that New Horizons is out, I'm gonna have so much fun building up my own island to be the island of my dreams. But before New Horizons came out, I've been a really, really long time Animal Crossing fan. I have lots of developed towns between like New Leaf and Wild World, and just a massive fan of this beautiful game and the sorts of creativity and peace you can find from it. But welcome on in. I hope you all had a lovely stream, and feel free to hang out or go get some food or some rest. Oh, thanks so much for the host, Banana Peaches. Oh, I guess here's another fossil. Ah, have you noticed these fish? They keep changing direction. Oh my god. Like, how annoying can they be? How's stream? Oh, well, I pretty much just started. I admit, like, I'm not the most organized in the world at the moment because I'm trying to, like, sort out my storage, and it's particularly a struggle in this game because of all the, like, crafting materials you potentially have to hoard, and also just, like, there are certain items that, oh my god. There are certain items that, like, you can't order again once you craft it, and, like, whether it's the Hera items or crafted items, so, like, I just feel like, okay, I give up on the fish, guys. The fish doesn't want to be caught. I'm gonna leave it alone. It was worth a shot. That fish ain't having it. I know, right? Do you all have the same problem in your towns? I feel like it's not just me. I feel like the fish in this game, they definitely like to change direction on you. But yeah, let's see if any of these villagers are home. Genji is home, and I think Tammy might be out and about. I gotta find Tammy somewhere. Yeah, so Tammy's out and about. But Genji's home. Let's go check up on Genji. We did that catalog exchange you were doing before. Thanks for the idea. Oh yeah, I really love that idea too. The only like negative thing about stuff like that is it can get kind of hectic, all those loading screens, all the people coming in and out, but it is a really good idea to help each other with our catalogs that way. What you working on, Genji? Tell me. Perfect timing. Come take a look. You're not gonna believe it. I made a cosmos wreath. Oh, really? How were you able to make that? That's not even our native flower, Genji. I was out jogging the other day, and somewhere around the 53rd mile, inspiration just hit me. Or it could have been dehydration. Either way, check it out and stay hydrated. Building it was like a hard workout routine, and you know how I'm all about sharing my routines. Oh, sure. I was actually gifted a Cosmo wreath by a friend of mine that has cosmos in their town, but it's cool to have the recipe. Kinda wish he gave me something fancier, though. Thank you, Genji. Let's be honest, it would have been a boot or something. Yeah, the only trash item I've yet to dig up is like a tire, and I think I've gotten the impression you can use the tires for some like cool like DIY projects that use garbage, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out for fishing up my first tire. Tammy's got a cute house. Yeah, I really love her house too. It's so warm and like warm in a very subtle way. Like these are such like subtle oranges and yellows, and even the wall is kind of like a peachy color. I like it a lot. I should try to plant like some orange trees around our house, just kind of like add to the vibe of the oranginess. But yeah, only one more fossil, right? Maybe I should just spend some time like walking around town, showing you all the sights, and find this last fossil. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes I like to find like all 4 of them before I head over to Blathers. Oh, hey Tammy. What brings you here? Oh, so it's giving me the option to like give Tammy some furniture. Maybe I'll take her up on that and give her something in a minute. I think I left my rubber band at my last place. It's not like I used it much, but still. Oh. So I wonder if I have something in my pockets I could give Tammy. No, I've been like selling everything. So maybe I can craft something for Tammy real quick. Gotta love all the flower wreaths. Yeah, I really like the flower wreath idea. The fact that there's so many like special items you can craft. Like you can craft things based off your town fruit, based off of your native flower. But yeah, I wonder if there's something I can craft for Tammy. Grab some wood from my wood pile and see what sorts of things are on my DIY projects. Oh, thank you, Kevy. I'm glad you like my character. I was trying to decide whether I liked like a blonde look for Glyneth or brown hair, and I think I decided I like the blonde hair a little better. Especially since I added eyebrows, and the blonde eyebrows makes it a little less noticeable if maybe I didn't get the eyebrow shape just right. But yeah, maybe I can find something cute for Tammy in here. I wonder if she'd like a classic picture. Or like a pot. I think I'm gonna go for the classic picture. Oh no, I need clay for that. I guess it's not a wooden pitcher. Alright, so here's some clay. Speaking of wreaths, I have an extra flower crown if you're interested. Oh, I would love that, Kimma. We'll have to trade that later if you're available. I haven't gotten a single DIY project for a flower crown yet, which is kind of a shame because I love flower crowns IRL. I'm always wearing like flower crowns and stuff on stream. But here's a classic picture, and I was thinking maybe I could customize it for Tammy. I'm not sure if I have my customization things in my pockets. Oh yeah, I do. So it can be white, blue. Wow, this is kind of fancy. I like this yellow amber. And it's got fruit on it on that one. Artistic. Wow, I kind of like this one. I'm gonna go for this. I love the elegant white area in your town. Yeah, it's definitely kind of one of the highlights. I hope I can get landscaping some more areas today. I was thinking today it could be mostly like a solo play sort of stream. Maybe I could plant some trees and flowers or craft some things, so it might be kind of like a chill solo play sort of day. Oh, I see a balloon. Oh, I love the balloon presents so much. There was one day recently where like the balloon presents were basically supplying me with like all the cash I owned practically. Like I shot down like 30,000 bells and then I was shooting down more and more bells. It's like one of my main sources of income is these like balloon presents. Oh, a bamboo grove wall. That's interesting. Oh, hi Teru. Working from home. Still gonna be in and out though because technically I'm working. So glad to catch your stream again this morning. Oh wow, it's morning for you, Teru. Teru's from Australia, so like the time zones are like really wild over there. We're like practically opposites. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, Teru. Good to see you. Just learned a DIY for a bamboo wall. I'm getting a lot of bamboo DIY recipes, so if I ever want to like create a bamboo style room, I mean, I've got the stuff. I've got a bamboo rug, and I guess the bamboo wall is up here. But I don't even have any bamboo in my town. But yeah, look at all this stuff. Got a bamboo noodle slide, steamer basket set, bamboo lattice fence, bamboo doll. So much bamboo stuff. Ooh, got a Nook Miles for my growing collection of furniture. Yeah, do you think that the flower crown would really suit Glyneth, Kemma? Because currently she just has one flower in her hair, but she would look so much more flowery if it was like a full-fledged like crown on her head. I think that that would work really well. Something that I wish was in the game is like a headband. Can you all imagine like some of these hairstyles that have like the bangs and stuff? What if you had like a little headband that went across the bangs like this? Like a little ribbon tied above your hair or something? That's what I want. I wonder if it's in the game or not. These villagers are always judging you for talking to them like more than once. Didn't I just see you there? You don't have a twin, do you? No, Tammy, there's just like 5 of you here, so pardon me for wanting to talk to y'all sometimes. So I'm gonna give her this picture. A classic picture? Whoa, cool. Awesome, I've been eyeballing this forever. Thanks a ton. Oh, and she gave me a striped dress. I wonder if this is cute. Your stream starts promptly at 8 AM here. Oh wow. Some might say that Australia is the real wild world because Animal Crossing references. Yeah, Australia does have like, by you saying that, are you referring to like the wildlife in Australia? I think Australia does have some of the most like diverse wildlife and the most unique wildlife out there. I think it's because it's like its own little island basically, you know? Like it's the home of like a lot of marsupials like kangaroos and koalas. The North American marsupial is actually, trying to think what the name is, possums, yeah, so our only marsupial here in North America are possums. But this striped dress is kind of cute, I kind of like that. And I guess I can get back to my fossil hunting now. bamboo noodle slide, what the heck? Yeah, I have to think that that's maybe something kind of cultural that I just am not familiar with. I wonder if it, like in some like Asian countries, like that really is a mechanism that's used there, and I just wasn't familiar with it, so kind of like learning things through Animal Crossing, but I gotta imagine that that would be like really fitting in like a Zen sort of town. She would look like a lady of the forest, kind of like my character Briar's theme. I feel like you and I go for such like similar character aesthetics, Kimma. Like, I've even thought about using the name Briar for one of my characters before. Obviously kind of inspired by like Briar Rose from Sleeping Beauty, and I know you've made like a custom design based off of Briar Rose's dress from Sleeping Beauty, so you and I are like really on the same wavelength with liking these sorts of like forest woodland girl aesthetics. That's what we like to escape in Animal Crossing, is pretend we live in the woods. Oh, is this the last fossil? Yay. I'm glad I didn't have to wander up to the upper parts of town to find this. Tammy gets a lot of hate, and I don't know why. She's so cute. Oh, really? I didn't know she got hate. That makes me kind of sad. I think she's a cute Ookie. I love the crazy critters here. Like, how the heck did someone come up with a platypus? But yeah, our possums are adorable. Yeah, well, don't you all also have some pretty wild bugs and stuff, Teru? I don't know if I could handle some of the bugs you guys have. But yeah, let's take these over to Blathers. Are you going to visit any friend houses today? I actually thought I could just play solo today, Alina, since the last time I streamed I visited a lot of like other towns and stuff. Thought maybe I could work on Athalia a bit today and just hang out in town. But I am open, definitely. Like, I think weekends are really good for visiting other towns. Like, this Friday and Saturday, look out for some more like multiplayer sort of streams. Maybe we can even play like musical chairs or something for the first time. Like, I know that there's a lot of like mini games out there being come up with since there aren't any island tours in this game, so we might could like play some games for the first time. Oh, I love Blather's Animalese in this game. It's so cozy. I love the way he talks. But yeah, let's donate that stuff. Whoever said video games can't be educational has clearly never played an Animal Crossing game. Yeah, really? Like, right now, like where we're at, Blathers can tell you so much about a lot of these like bugs and fish and fossils. I noticed though that I like to make one donation. I like to make more than one donation at a time just to speed things up though, and he doesn't really tell you about it when you're He doesn't tell you about it when you donate more than one at once, so that's a bit of a bummer. How dare people hate on Animal Crossing villagers? Yeah, well, some people have a lot of fun with it. Like, they despise, like, one villager in their town, and it's like that one villager becomes, like, their mortal enemy and stuff. I admit I'm not really like that. I tend to just be chill and wait for them to leave. Part of it's almost philosophical, like me like being like a young woman that has had her fair share of like insecurity issues and things like that. Like, I really don't like to judge the villagers based on their like appearance and stuff. To me, it just makes me feel bad and feels wrong as far as the sort of thing that like I would like to promote, the sort of attitudes that I hold dear. I just, you know, like I've had villagers that maybe I didn't think were the cutest, but then they like grew on me a lot. Like Pee-wee was one from my Wild World town that really grew on me, and I grew attached to him. But look at my fossil exhibit coming along, you guys. I'm so glad that it's coming along. I guess they give you that like upper part of the fossil exhibit to maybe see some of the extra big dinosaurs and stuff, like the ones that are like taking up the whole screen. Sherb just told me they make real tasty polenta and rice milk smoothies in Athalia. Oh, really? So Sherb just talked about me? Oh, that's sweet, Jay. I have my preferences, but villager hate just gets exhausting. Yeah, I can see that. So let me go and sell my fossil duplicate and maybe finish setting up my storage, but then maybe we can like plant some flowers, like build some stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, part of what I'm realizing about my hoarding of materials is you're essentially not supposed to end up with all this because you're supposed to be building stuff with it, you know? I'm supposed to be making fences, I'm supposed to be making furniture with it, so that's part of why I have the hoarding issue that I do, is just from, I'm not building enough things, so I should get started in that. But since I'm about to head over to Timmy and Tommy, I'm gonna snatch up this butterfly. Oh, and hi, Thunder! Oh, it's good to see you, Thunder. How are you today? Someone legitimately hating on a villager and calling them things like ugly and stupid is very telling on their character. Yeah, well, to be fair, at least they aren't like, you know, real people and stuff. It's, of course, even worse to do it with actual people. My favorite villager during my time playing New Leaf was Hugh. Oh, Hugh's unique. He's that blue pig. If you stand on the blue spots in the fossil exhibit, they pan the camera to a better angle. Oh wow, I didn't notice that, Teru. Thanks for the tip. But yeah, I'm gonna sell as much stuff as I can in general because I have such storage issues. Especially when I'm actually very attached to a few that people tend to find ugly. I always remember every villager has someone who loves them. Yeah, I try to keep that in mind too. There's so many people out there that have favorites, maybe more for like sentimental reasons rather than like how the villagers look, and you know, every villager means something to someone out there, you know? But yeah, I got these lilies from Jay, and I just haven't moved to them yet, but I'll have to go and set up like a little breeding spot for these lilies pretty soon. Oh, a sewing project. Have y'all noticed that there's so many cute little things to set on tables in this game? Some of the stuff I've gotten is like a painting set, I got a cartoonist set, I've got a magic set, a fortune-telling set. There's so many cute little things that you can like place on tables in this game. And I've been kind of hoarding seashells in addition to like all the other materials because I did get kind of attached to some of that like seashell furniture. Alright, so I'll put the wood over in my wood pile, and maybe I can make some fences today and use some of this wood. Oh, and hi Stacy, welcome to stream. It was Stacy, Dr. Deadplant in chat that gave me the dress that I've been adoring so much. So thanks so much for helping me along with my peasant girl aesthetic, Stacy. Alright. Do you all have like any tips for what you do with storage for me? Like how do you handle like storing things in your game? Maybe just like upgrading my house is what's gonna solve a lot of my storage issues. I should go ahead and upgrade my house probably. I did pay off my loan for the first time yesterday, so I'm sure Tom Nook was happy about that, but I still just felt like a little too unsure about moving forward with the expansion, because once I expand, I assume I can't go back, and what if I do like this little tiny cottage in the wood for Glyneth? So, I'll probably will expand her house though, just to get access to the exterior parts that I want, and also to get more storage. Oh, and enjoy your lurk, Cloudy. Exactly, every villager has a purpose, whether we see it or not. Yeah, those are your lilies, Jay. Oh, and hi, Moria. Welcome to stream. How are you today, Moria? So, to fix your storage issues, you've been upgrading my house. House upgrades have saved me a lot of trouble. Yeah, so I'm probably playing on, like, hard mode with the storage issues that I'm having. I wish storage could be upgraded separately. Yeah, I'm so bummed that maybe I can't have a tiny house for my main character because of things like what they've like tied to house expansions. But I guess I can combine a few of these things. I just noticed that I have like 2 stacks of iron nuggets. That's prime opportunity to like combine 2 slots. Doing great. Just finished my 5,000 piece puzzle. I started in January. It took me 3 months but got it. Oh my gosh. I bet you feel so accomplished, Moria. I remember you talking about that last stream that you were working on at the last stream I did. Oh my gosh. I can't even comprehend a 5,000 piece puzzle. That's crazy. Congratulations on that. Daisy May kind of reminds me of a bit of Zill from Wind Waker, probably because she always has a booger hanging from her snout. Yeah, I heard some people like getting really squicked out by Daisy May's little like drip from her nose, and I heard a lot of people comparing it to a character from Wind Waker. I actually haven't played that game. I'm not like a massive like Zelda person, but yeah, that's what I heard. I feel like they're being pretty generous with storage though. I have like 320 or 360 spots and my house is only upgraded a few times. Okay, it sounds like that's my, that's the thing that I gotta do. 'Cause I'm struggling. Some of these are just flowers though. Maybe I'll start to like plant flowers and do some gardening on stream. I'll get some orange windflowers and some red windflowers and head over to my windflower spot. Like 5 feet wide, your 5,000 piece puzzle. Wow, are you the type that will like frame your puzzle when you're done with it? Because I know someone at one of my jobs that would like whenever they finished a puzzle they would kind of like frame it and put it on their wall and stuff. Alright, so where are my red windflowers? Do I not have any? Bummer. I lose track of what I've hoarded and what I haven't hoarded. I didn't like the drip thing, yeah. I'm able to kind of ignore it, but I can see how it would squeak some people out. She is a super cute character other than that drip though. She is really adorable, just love her design. What kind of wall is that? That was a Sahara wallpaper, I think. It's called a ruins wall. I really like it because it has some like tree roots going down it. Feels almost like an underground room. But yeah, I kind of threw together a sort of like rustic room using some of the stuff I've managed to get so far. You got the perfect wall for it too in the stairwell. Oh, that's great. So you are going to frame your puzzle. Congratulations again, Moria. Oh, and hi, Cake Batter. How are you today? We're just having a chill stream in Athalia. Might get up to some like gardening and working on different sorts of projects I could add to town. Oh, I've got 2 umbrellas in my pockets. I guess that's kind of wasteful. I've got the leaf one, and I've got the fairy tale one. Which airport did you get? I don't remember. I got the yellow airport. My favorite airports, if you're curious about that, my favorite airports are the orange and the blue ones. But I didn't consider it worth continuing to reset over. I decided to just go with the yellow airport that I got. Because I did really like other things about this town. I loved the map, and I loved getting apples. How about you, Miriam? Are you hung up on the airport in your town? Are you still resetting or anything like that? This online homework stuff is stressful. Making flashcards from PowerPoints for one of my classes. Gonna take a break for a bit. Oh, sure, Mercy. Yeah, we were talking earlier about like how different it's gonna be for you to do the online classes and stuff. Definitely wish you good luck with that, and it's good to like take some time to focus on schoolwork. Oh, you got the orange one, Alochi? I'd love to visit your island sometime. I don't know how we would arrange that though. But yeah, I'd love to see what you've come up with your island so far, Alochi. So this would be like orange windflowers, and then these would be red ones, if I continue my little pattern. I feel like it's so hard to grow hybrids in this one. I don't know, I think others have had better luck, maybe through a mix of like coming across like the hybrid islands, or I don't know, they've just been playing longer than I have. But I've been having such trouble. I never had this much trouble growing hybrids in any other Animal Crossing game. In New Leaf, I'm sure I would have had my first hybrids by now. But yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like earlier today, like I was really thinking I need some fertilizer. Like if they bring Leaf back, I hope they bring back some of the stuff that Leaf is associated with, like the gardening supplies, the fertilizer, that sort of thing. Do you have a fairy tale dress? And if not, do you want me to send you one in the mail? Oh, Therapy Crossing, that's really generous of you. Sure, I'd love to see what that is. I actually don't really know what that looks like. Like, I don't know what the fairy tale dress looks like, but it kind of sounds up my alley. I just caught 2 tarantulas back to back. Oh, congratulations, Searing Blizzard. I had a lot of good luck with tarantulas at first, but then like I started overthinking it too much, and now like I've been missing a lot of tarantulas lately. Because I saw a lot of people like sneak up on the tarantulas and that's how they catch them, but I've had better luck not sneaking up on them, like just kind of going for it at a jog and not like sneaking up and walking and everything. But yeah, I am kind of the mind that one way I could clear up my storage would just be to stop hoarding the flowers and actually planting them, so maybe I'll do a little bit of that today. Do some gardening. Let's get some yellow hyacinths. Do I have any like red and white hyacinths? I have such like an odd bunch of things in here. I'd love to have you over, moving a few things around, so it's a bit of a mess right now. Yeah, definitely. I know how that feels. Like maybe like off stream you get to like the messy stuff that you don't want to show on stream or something. What are you working on moving around? Did you like unlock the ability to move buildings around and you're doing some of that? Finally found my island this morning, got a blue airport, peaches, and Renee with Hamlet. I wanted orange, but I'm happy with what I got. Just wanted to start playing. Yeah, I know that feeling. That's kind of how I felt as well. I just wanted to like get playing and not keep resetting forever and ever. But I think the blue airport is really nice. That's actually one of the airports I wouldn't have minded getting. Currently breeding pink roses for my house garden. Oh, nice. Have you had a lot of luck like breeding hybrids in your own town? I don't know if you saw in the Discord, but I got a pink lily out of red and yellow. How does that even happen? Yeah, I gotta think that the hybrid production is just like a little different in this game. I would say that based off of what you found, that red times red equals both pink and black. Like maybe it can have more than one combination to get different types of hybrids. Okay, so I'm gonna display my umbrellas maybe outside in a cute way, like near my house, just so that I don't have to keep like having them in my inventory. It doesn't really look all that cute though, but hey, it's not a rainy day, I don't need my umbrellas. Ah! Have y'all noticed that you can't like do other sorts of things when you have your tools equipped? Like I was just trying to like move that around, but I had to unequip my shovel for it. Oh, a mantis! I don't know if I have one of these. Let me catch this. Ah, cool. I might have to go take this to Blathers. I like that pun. Man, 'tis so cool. That's a good pun. That's a good one. Currently moving the Nook shop since I squeezed the Mabels in a little too close behind. Ah, cool. I can't wait till I unlock the ability to move things around. I'm definitely gonna have fun with that. I'd love to have a blue airport, but I'd be flexible for cherries as a fruit, and there are a couple of other nice Uki villagers. Yeah, if I were you, Dark Knight, I wouldn't worry about the villagers at all. I mean, especially with amiibo card scanning and how long we're going to be playing this game, I wouldn't worry about the villagers, but I do think it's a little funny how big of a deal the, like, airport has been for people. Like, I admit I'm a little surprised. I thought that would be the sort of thing that maybe people like me would get hung up on. Like, I am kind of a picky person, and I thought like people like me would care, but then lots of others wouldn't. So I am a little surprised how much people are getting into the whole like airport colors thing. But yeah, it's definitely like a big topic of conversation is like what color airports you get. I'm not gonna put this like manhole cover here, but definitely doesn't fit my fantasy world building aesthetic, but I think Tammy or someone gave that to me, so I was just like, okay, I'll just put that there for now. Blue is nice because it goes with the ocean. Yeah, I agree. I think it kind of blends in with the ocean really nicely. Yeah, let me finally pick up Jay's lilies if I can manage it. Alright, time to add to my wood pile. Do you all just feel my pain with the storage? Can you like get a sense for like how rough I have it with the storage right now? Like this is just, it's almost like hurting the gameplay for me. I really need to expand, I guess. I really need to. Tiny cottage aesthetics be damned. I need to expand my house so bad. 'Cause this ain't working. This is not working. Roses? I haven't seen them anywhere. Yeah, I was the same, Stacy. I only see certain flowers at my shops all the time. It must be something like, you know, each island has like maybe different flower varieties that show up more commonly, things like that. Because I never saw roses at my shop either. I only got this through like kind of begging others for roses and going to others' Nick's crannies and buying the flower seeds there. That's the only reason I have any roses to my name at all. Oh, congratulations on your gardening process in New Leaf, Mercy. Happy for you there. I get a mini heart attack whenever I place a fish tank and then accidentally hit it with my shovel when turning the light on. Oh, that's funny. So, where should I set out these lilies? I think maybe like right here. I don't know. I think maybe like right here. 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 I think maybe I guess that's what I came up here to do. I came up here to do some gardening. Maybe some lilies over by Nan's house would look kind of cute. Oh, and hi, Anxiety. Welcome to stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a wig, actually, but I do enjoy it. I think the dark color looks kind of natural since I have dark hair anyways, and nice to, like, rock a shorter cut, kind of. Alright, so how should I arrange these lilies? It's tough because I want to arrange them in a way that maybe they can produce some hybrids for me, but like I also want them to look good too. So let's plant a few orange ones here. It's a shame that they give you so much freedom, but at the same time there's things you're more or less forced to do. Yeah, I'm feeling a little that way because I remember back in the E3 days, they made a big deal out of the fact that, hey, you don't have to expand your house if you don't want to. You can stay in a tent your whole life if you want. But then it just feels like you're not really living the game. You're not getting all that you have access to if you're kind of punished for choosing not to upgrade your house. So I feel like I am going to be forced to upgrade my house, and I'll try to make the most of it. I have my eye on like the Tudor house exterior, if y'all like know what I'm talking about by the Tudor house, those ones that look like the little German timber cottages that are in the like Christmas card scenery pictures sort of thing. So that's probably what I'll do, is go for that like Tudor house. Back in the New Leaf days it was called the chalet exterior, but I usually think of them as like little Tudor houses. So yeah, I hope that Nan enjoys her new lilies. I gotta make sure, isn't this just a half space? So maybe I should push this back a little bit. Oh! Push this back a little bit so that some lilies can spawn right here. And it looks like the flowers are already sparkling, so that rain really did the trick earlier today. The next expansion still very much has a little cottage feel. Thanks, Teru. That's kind of something I was looking around. I was doing some Googling the other day, trying to find like some pictures of what the house expansions look like, and you get kind of mixed results right now because the guides at the moment are still kind of floating out there. They haven't really taken hold with like lots of really like reliable guides, so I was trying to figure out what all the house exteriors look like during the different upgrades, but I was having trouble finding that. But it's nice to know that there are some still cottagey upgrades to come. Ah! Having trouble with my depth perception here. I wouldn't have even known it's a wig. Oh yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Thanks again, Anxiety. Did you see that effective hybrid planting guide someone posted in the Discord over the weekend? I've still got to try it out, but it seems pretty well thought out. I did see that I really appreciate it. It looks cool, but I've been playing Animal Crossing so long that like I kind of have my own traditions I go to when doing hybrid planting. Like, to me, I feel like as long as you plant them like next to each other and water them, I mean, you should get chances for it to grow. So I'm just gonna kind of keep doing what I've always done. I've always done these like sweeping big hybrid breeding farms where like I do a row of red and then I do a row of white next to the red. That's just always worked for me in the past, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But I think maybe that what that guide was trying to accomplish was, it was like, and I'm sorry if I'm talking about something too much that was like posted in Discord, so maybe not everyone knows what Jay and I are talking about, but that guide is for like if you want to like minimize the amount of like space you use for your hybrid gardens. So like every part of that guide is like a 5x5 square, so it's like a 5x5 square of lilies, a 5x5 square of roses. So I guess that's if you just want to like not take up a whole lot of space with your hybrid farms. Oh, so many butterflies here today. Getting kind of distracted by all the butterflies. I love the Tudor style. I think I might be going for that one as well, or the log cabin. Yeah, I can't wait to see what house exterior options there are. I've seen some really cute ones, kind of... You can almost see stuff like that as slightly spoilery to like really see the wide variety of house exterior options there are, but I have enjoyed seeing them like on Twitter, the people that have gotten to that part of the game. I think house exteriors are tied to the house upgrades as well. Yeah, that was something I was bummed about because in the New Leaf days they weren't. In the New Leaf days you could have a tiny, teeny tiny house and still upgrade the parts for it. And do you all feel like that they've strangely been very open to like downgrading things from New Leaf? Like I notice again and again that there are things that used to be part of New Leaf that they decided to just not have. And things like the house exterior parts being tied to like having a fully expanded house. Things like not having bushes. I don't know, it just feels like in addition to all the upgrades they've done with New Horizons, they've also done a lot of like downgrades too. It's really weird. Alright, so I guess that's good for now. I mean, I was really hoping that they would add all the stuff that we've been drooling about, add all the things that we love so much about New Horizons, but then also just not take anything away from New Leaf, but they kind of have. Oh, another thing they took away, which personally I don't mind at all, like I don't care, but they took away diving, so you can't go swimming and stuff anymore. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Maybe they kind of took notice of the fact that I don't think a lot of us really liked swimming anyways in New Leaf, like diving was kind of painful. But yeah, they took that away as well. Let me check the coast for some bottle mail. I always like seeing the bottle mail because it gives me DIY recipes. I went to my friend's island and bought so many clothes from his Able sisters that my inventory was full of clothes. I had the 4 rows. Well, at least you were prepared to snatch up all those clothes with your inventory. I think if I went island hopping right now, I'd be kind of struggling with my inventory. Oh, an electronics kit? I wonder what that is. Isn't that what's like at Nooks right now? If it helps, I find myself not needing more than 3 or 4 stacks of each resource unless I'm crafting something in bulk. Yeah, maybe I should stop hoarding the resources. That's the funny thing about playing a new game like this though, is you almost don't really have a feel for like how much you should be hoarding. You don't really know how much you need to have in stock. Are the fish you donate to Nook count for donations to Blathers, meaning the fish you give to Nook go to your museum, or do you have to recatch them? Yes, Miriam, you can donate those to Nook essentially, which I think the way Nook puts it is that he's like storing those fish for you like before Blather shows up. So yes, those will end up in the museum. You don't have to recatch them. I'm sad they let the bushes go, but I'm also excited about the new flowers, so I guess it's a trade-off. Yeah, the bushes were just such a classic thing. I gotta think that the reason why the bushes aren't here yet is either because they're gonna add them later, or because there's some sort of fence that's essentially a hedge. So, you know, I've been unlocking some of these fences, and it's possible that in addition to like stone, in addition to wooden, maybe there's a like type of fence that's just like hedges. So that could be the equivalent for like a new bush. But don't you all miss like the hyacinths, or not the hyacinths, the hydrangeas and the azaleas, and how they used to bloom at different times of year and you could do fun things with that? I mean, that was so nice. So I have some red and white lilies. I wonder if I could set up a little like pink lily garden somewhere. Set up like a purple rose breeding spot somewhere. Oh no! Crap. Do you all do this out of habit? God. I just plucked the flowers off. Dang. It's gonna be so brutal. If I ever pick up Wild World or New Leaf again, guys, I'm gonna be walking around like pressing Y, like in this game, and then in like Wild World and New Leaf, I'm gonna be like going with my shovel and like digging stuff up. It's gonna be so confusing. Well, those are my little white roses. I couldn't help but notice that the roses, they still have you put them in your mouth. I wouldn't mind just wearing a rose in my hair sometimes if they ever feel like adding that. But yeah, dang. Let me plop these down. You don't think diving will be a thing in the summer? Yeah, maybe they could add diving back. I mean, they are adding lots of updates. Like I have my eyes on the leaf update. Maybe they'll add bushes back with the leaf update, or fertilizer, or yeah, definitely excited to see what Leaf is going to be up to with the Earth Day event. But yeah, they could add lots of these things that we feel like are missing in future updates. I'm missing the art exhibit, and I still keep walking around to dig spots that will never be pitfall seeds. I'm just really confused about seasonal holidays at this point. Read in an article, Southern Hemispheres have to wait another 6 months for Easter, which makes no sense. Really? But Easter's coming up, so Easter's gonna be different for y'all in the Southern Hemisphere? That's so interesting. But yeah, the art exhibit, that's another thing, because earlier when I was saying what I was saying about how it feels like they've taken a lot of stuff out, I couldn't off the top of my head think of all the things they've taken out, but yeah, the art exhibit is another one. I really love art history, and I remember the day before New Horizons came out, I was touring my like old New Leaf towns and showing y'all all the art I managed to collect, and I was so proud of it. And then now it's so funny that in New Horizons I don't really have an art exhibit to work on. It's definitely kind of unusual, the sorts of things they decided to like take away. Ooh, I haven't caught one. I haven't donated one of these to Blathers. I need to catch this thing. I think it's like a tiger beetle. Ah, where did it go? Dang. Well, maybe I'll see another one. Definitely need to register my net. I'd recommend keeping more regular wood though, since a lot of recipes seem to require it. Find myself going through regular wood quickly. Yeah, I can't wait till I have like a better handle on like what sort of recipes require what, because sometimes I just want to like stop by my workbench and like start crafting things right away just based off of memory. So it'll be really nice. Can you imagine like years down the line, maybe we've played this game so much that we know like the recipes for things off the top of our heads. But yeah, I think a lot of like the wooden block furniture uses regular wood. Let me try to like set up some cozy little hybrid breeding spots for my lilies. I can always move them around later. And I'm so reluctant to pull any tall weeds. That's something that you should consider if you ever visit my town. Don't pull any of these tall weeds. I mean, at least these ones, if you pick these ones up, you can replant them, but the tall weeds, I'm a little unsure about. I don't know how I can ever get tall ones again if you pluck them, so that's like my #1 rule right now is don't pluck my tall weeds. But I can pluck these other sorts of ones here. Never understood why you couldn't wear roses like the rest of the flowers. Yeah, it's so weird the way you carry them around in your mouth or something, like your tuxedo mask or something with a little rose in your mouth. I don't know, it's so weird. But let me plant a few lilies over here by the waterfall. Hoping Leaf gives us bush crafting recipes. Doesn't bush crafting recipes sound so odd, like just as a concept, like crafting bushes? But yeah, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because there's a lot of recipes that seem kind of odd. Like I have a recipe for a rock. Like one of my recipes is literally just a rock. See this thing? So yeah, I could definitely see if they added bushes. Another one that I'm really interested in is this green leaf pile, but I don't have any bamboo in my town, so I might have to plant some bamboo somewhere. Oh, and that leaf emote. Yeah, I need to remember to upload some bit emotes for this channel. That should be like one of the next things on my to-do list, because over in Discord we had a little poll of some new emotes, and overwhelmingly you all voted that you like the leaf one best. And the leaf emote that I commissioned is basically like Leaf doing like the flowery emotion. So maybe I can make that be like the cheapest bit emote to unlock, since you all overwhelmingly voted that you love the leaf one. Excited for Leaf. Hope we get a full garden shop at some point. I'd love to add an extra building with a bunch of plants in it. Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to be considerate of us though. Like that's my suspicion, is that I think that they're trying to be considerate of the fact that every new NPC that has a building is gonna take up that much more spots in our town. So I imagine we won't see like a Dream Suite building, or I don't know. There are some things on New Leaf's Main Street that I just can't see them bringing back. Club LOL's probably another one. And I was about to say Kix, but maybe Kix will have a shop. I don't know. I'm just so confused about what will happen with April Fools in Blanca. Yeah, maybe they'll bring that back. I love all the art. Really hope it comes back in a later update. Yeah, I hope so. I really like the art as well. In one of my New Leaf homes, I have the towel from April Fools. I just left one of the villagers behind when they gave it to me. Yeah, that April Fool's event in New Leaf was pretty wild. Do y'all remember that you could basically get like all the villager pictures in one day through that event? Kind of cheapens the pictures a little bit. Yeah, Xenogriff, the Apple TV is one of my like native fruit crafting items, so that's why I get like the Apple TV and the Apple chair. Yeah, I've been doing lots of like flower planting today. I do have some more white lilies and white roses. I need to go finish planting stuff, if not just because it'll help clear off spaces in my inventory. We stan Leaf in this house. Yeah, I have so many leaf stands in my community. It'd be cool to add separate islands like Harvey's Island. Yeah, that would be fun, Drewby. Another thing, we keep having this conversation where we keep missing things in this conversation that are gone. But another thing is the multiplayer games. Like, what happened to those? Definitely, like, always a favorite, like, stream activity, like our Saturday night multiplayer streams where we would play games and stuff. Right now, that's totally gone. We don't have those multiplayer games anymore. We're having to resort to making our own. And if I have space in my inventory, I'm gonna pluck up these pansies. We could visit Luna's island or something. Ooh. I would love that. Like, Luna to have her own little hideaway island. I bet it would be, like, really dreamy, too. Like, I love the Dream Suite aesthetic, you guys. I loved the building in New Leaf, and I felt really inspired enough by the aesthetic of the Dream Suite that I actually did, like, draw a picture of the Dream Suite, like, perched up on a cliff, and I was really, really proud of that drawing because it took a lot of trial and error to get right, and it was one of the first, like, big drawings I've done since, like, I was in high school, and I was really happy with the result, and now I might not get to use that image because there's no Dream Suite in this game. So sad. Anyone got any good tips on making designs? I find it hard without the stylus. Yeah, I found it a little clunky as well, Hella Blue, but I started to get the hang of it. So, something to keep in mind with pixel art is not to get too discouraged about the lack of the stylus, because pixel art is actually all about, like, planning every single pixel. So you're actually not going to have a whole lot of luck if you just use the stylus to essentially draw on it. But I still think that using the touchscreen would have been helpful in the sense of not having to press X to get over to the tools. But yeah, there's some stuff I learned about the pattern designs is that mirror mode is really helpful if you want to make yourself, like, symmetrical eyebrows and stuff. What mirror mode does is makes, like, everything mirrored. And then I had a lot of trouble trying to, like, get transparency for the first time, but I finally figured out, like, transparency is the one at the very end, and so you press, like, L or R to, like, get over here to the stripes, and so that's the transparency. And something else I found really wild was this hue picker. Like, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. The fact that you can go all the way from red to orange to yellow to green to blue to pink, and anywhere in this color wheel you can select both, you can select both the vividness. Oh. Why is that, like, all black right now? Oh, is it because the starting thing is black there, so I'm editing something that's black? That's so weird. So you have to start with the thing that they give you. You have to start with something like this color, and then you can change the hue of this color. I'm still getting used to it. But yeah, this is the hue picker, and then over there to change the hue of black, like, it wasn't working. So, wow, that's really weird. But yeah, that's a little bit of the stuff I learned with the pattern maker heli, but as far as not having the stylus, I guess it's just something we'll have to get used to, but that is actually part of what pixel art is all about, is planning each and every one and not, like, you know, drawing on it, so. Alright, but I'm all done with this. I don't need to edit this anymore. Does anyone know what the pier is for? That's a good question, Teru. I wonder if that's maybe a little what we were talking about unlockables. Maybe they will, like, give us some sort of island we can sail to later. I'm in the group that really wants more buildings. Maybe it would be an optional thing, but I love the architecture in New Horizons and would love to see more. Yeah, there are some people that are bummed about all the buildings and all the space they take up, and there are some people that really want more buildings. I guess you're in that previous camp, like I just said. But something that I wouldn't like about that, Jay, is if they make the dream suite tied to a building that you build in town, and if we choose not to build it because it's optional, then that means that those of us that don't want to add another building to town, like, will be punished by not having the dream suite. So they really gotta, like, walk a fine line between, like, adding new features while also, like, making sure it makes everybody happy in the way that they add them. I don't know, it's kind of a tough line they have to walk. Is there any peach furniture? Yeah, I was actually gifted like a peach chair, so like every town fruit has its like little share of furniture that's unlockable. And I guess I'm gonna pick some of these weeds that are small, so I have more room for flower breeding. So I have more white lilies. Gosh, I have too many white lilies. I need some other types of lilies. That must have just been one that I saw at the shop and decided to like spam buy it. I love that. Makes me really want to pick up the Custom Design Pro Editor now. Yeah, well, I learned something just now. I thought that the rainbow picker, like, I'm sorry to go into it again. I'm not sure if I'm articulating something that I just learned super well, but I'm really thrown off by the fact that this color picker, it's tied to the color that's already there. So when I say something like changing the hue, I am changing the hue in calculation with the thing that's already there. I thought that I could essentially like select red and then select the vividness of red, but no, everything is tied to that color that's already there. So that's why even though I am as high as I can get like on the red hue, it's still like this peachy red. But if I need to make it like a more vibrant red, I can go like this, but it's still kind of like, it's still kind of pinky. So what I thought that I could do with this hue picker was essentially like start from scratch with the colors and pick whatever color I want off this color wheel. But no, it's mixing it with the color that's already there. That's so tricky. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know, I'm a little intimidated by this thing because of all the like color hue options and everything. It's a little intimidating. Ah, Maja Rats, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. I'm so surprised and shocked, but also really happy to get that sub out of nowhere. I feel like my stream has even been like kind of like all over the place today. I've been like a little self-conscious about it. I felt like all over the place with my storage and the sorts of things that I'm getting up to today, but thank you so much. That really means a lot, makes me happy. I hope you enjoy the subscription, the ad-free viewing, and the Animal Crossing emotes that we have. Feel free to join the Discord if you'd like to use those emotes over in our Discord server. Thank you so much. It means a lot. There are fish you can only get on the pier. Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. Maybe it's just for aesthetics and for fishing then. I guess that's a valid enough reason to have a pier, you know? Alright, so maybe I'll go and plant these hyacinths. I keep like wandering back to areas that I've already been to. And once I'm done with the hyacinths, I can drop some of these flowers off in my storage. So I think with the hyacinths, I might end up planting yellow ones over here, because I'm going to have another stripe of like red, and then I'm going to have a stripe of yellow. Yeah, I can't believe with all this hard work, all this planting of hyacinths and watering them and stuff, I haven't had a single one. Like, are you kidding me? I should totally have one by now. I don't think the island is big enough for all the buildings. Yeah, the island, I was really hyped with how big the island is, like compared to like the new Leaf Days and stuff, but we are gonna run out of space if we keep adding more and more buildings to everything. Definitely wouldn't want players getting punished because they didn't like the look of a building. I think it'd be cool if they did like an island for the Dream Suite though, like they could make such a cool aesthetic with it. Yeah, same. I wonder if that would be a little hassle for some people too though. Hard to like make everything a win. You would have to, every time you want to go to the Dream Suite, you'd probably have to do some sort of like sailing on a boat cutscene or whatever. Similar to how in the City Folk days you had to do a cut screen in order to go over to the city. Ah, I keep doing this. I keep selecting the wrong thing. You can change the brightness to get away from light or dark colors. Yeah, both the lightness and the vividness, which like in photo editing terms, sometimes that's called like saturation or yeah, like brightness and saturation. It'll be definitely fun to kind of play around with and get more comfortable with. Are you all keeping your HHA rewards and stuff? Because I can't see myself using this HHA pendant, but I kind of feel like I have to keep it because it's unorderable. But wow, I got some money too. Do you have a princess tiara by any chance? If so, I could catalog it when we do the flower crown trade. I did get a present from Cloudy, which is like some sort of tiara hair. And it's kind of like a bun with a tiara in it. So I think it's orderable, so I can order one of those for you, Kimma. And I think these pansy plants can be planted somewhere as well. City folk, let's go to the city. New Leaf, let's not. Yeah, I loved the main street in New Leaf. I felt like New Leaf did get a lot of things right as far as things that fans wanted. For instance, the city, like having the city tied to your town without a cut screen. Two, the fact that like you have so much control over your house expansion. If you want a little itty baby room like in every single one of your side rooms, you can. And so you could have it like a castle that has like all the rooms expanded, but each one is tiny. With New Horizons, I feel like the home layouts are kind of picked for you. Like every room you add is kind of has like a set layout to it. But yeah, New Leaf really was a great game and added lots of features, some of which we're finding ourselves missing in this one, like bushes. House exterior options unlocked from day one. I love the HHA rewards, they're so cute. Oh, I'm not really usually into like the HHA stuff. Where have y'all been getting flower crown recipes? Yeah, I need to know that too, Stacy. I haven't gotten a single one yet. Maybe from villagers? I don't know. So, I have had some luck breeding in general, but just not hybrids. Like I bred this yellow pansy here, and bred this red one right here. So they are sprouting up, just not the hybrids. I kind of wish we had a main street island of some sort, but I kind of like the buildings back. Reminds me of old entries. Yeah, like just having able sisters perched somewhere in town instead of hidden back in Main Street. I can definitely see pros and cons. I think what has hurt the most by having buildings in town is the whole themed towns concept. Like, say I really want to go super wild with my fantasy world building theme, it's possible having too many things like the Able Sisters shop scattered around could kind of hurt that a little bit, kind of remind you that you're in an Animal Crossing town and not in a fantasy world. But we've always had to deal with like stuff like that in every Animal Crossing game practically. In New Leaf, the equivalent was like the retail building. Like imagining all those like rustic forest towns that had to make use of that like that pink retail building. Oh, so you both got your flower crowns in a bottle. So we'll just have to keep looking on the beach, Stacy. Okay, so the HHA rewards are maybe like a little cuter in this game. I just hardly have taken a look because I feel like I'm judging them before I see them. I tend to not like the HHA rewards. Oh, you just found Bob, Akima? Congratulations. Bob's definitely a cutie. This is why I preferred all the shops being separate. Yeah, New Leaf was so good about that. We were only cursed with the retail building in New Leaf, and all the other buildings were tucked away on Main Street. I also thought it was very satisfying, the process of building up your Main Street in New Leaf. Like, do y'all remember the satisfaction of building that up? Because that also, similar to this deserted island concept, it was a very, like, rundown, like, tumbleweed style Main Street with nothing on it, had all these abandoned buildings on it, and it was similarly satisfying to build that up. But yeah, I'm actually much more of a fan of the purple and blue pansies compared to the orange ones, so I'm going out of my way to like try not to breed the yellow ones near the red ones. So, and if any of y'all want yellow pansies, feel free to let me know. I don't really need tons of yellow pansies. I think it'd be cool if we could customize the shops later on, like being able to change the color or shape of them when they're fully expanded like your house. Yeah, that's definitely kind of like dreaming big though, Jay. I don't think that they would actually do that. But plus it would be a lot of work for them to do all that rendering of like having to come up with like a million different designs for the Able sisters. So as much as that would be cool, I don't think it's like really realistic, but I feel you there. It would help with themed towns to be able to customize the look of the shops and stuff. Something I might consider doing in my town is trying to keep Nook's Cranny. I could see myself trying to keep Nook's Cranny as long as I can because I like that rustic aesthetic. Looking for bottles on the beach is part of my morning New Horizons routine. Yeah, I don't even know if I've fully done that today. I did that a little bit on like the main part of my beach, but maybe I should check harder on the parts of the beach that I haven't been to. But yeah, this is the little bit of gardening I've gotten up to today. Trying to grow hybrids, not having a lot of success with it yet, but hopefully one of these days I'll see my first hybrids pop up. And I think since this is not even a successful flower arrangement at all, like this is not what breeds pink windflowers, I'm gonna pick these up. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, time to go craft another shovel. Don't you need orange pansies to get purple ones? Well, in the past you didn't, Darkeneye. It's possible I need to study the hybrid breeding guides a little better, but in the past it was always red pansies get you purple ones, so I'm going off of that assumption. That would be awful for the developers, but I would love that. Yeah, they would have to probably come up with the different types of designs for Nook's Cranny and stuff too if your if your idea takes effect. Alright, so need a new shovel. I don't know how they expect me to have a functional inventory, like carrying all this like hardwood and iron around and stuff. The inventory is just so clunky. So let's get some wood and some iron. Yeah, do y'all think you get like a daily bottle on the beach? Because I was like a little unsure about that. Like I don't know if I've seen one today, but it's possible you get a daily bottle every day. So I need hardwood instead of regular wood. And I think I'm starting to get slightly like claustrophobic vibes from all the like the trees and stuff I have going on in my house. I'm probably gonna rethink my landscaping around my house pretty soon. It's a little too like close together and stuff. I've been getting purple pansies from blue ones. Oh, cool. I haven't even gotten a blue one though, so that doesn't help me. Oh, and hi Colbro, welcome to stream. This is actually just a wig, it's not my real hair, but I'm glad you like it. I'm having fun with it as well. So let's go back to what I was doing with the windflowers. Speaking of Nook's Cranny, I appreciate the throwback that shop represents. Yeah, same. I wasn't a big fan of the, like, Nooklings Junction and stuff in the past games. From what I've seen, though, and I probably shouldn't spoil it, but it doesn't look like the shops expand quite as much as they do in New Leaf. Like, it doesn't go all the way up to, like, the Emporium. So I'm really interested to see how that looks. I just realized my fiance subbed to you because he knows how much you are my favorite streamer. Oh, cool. So that was that, that Twitch Prime sub earlier? Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, I have my dad subscribing to me with, like, Twitch Prime. He even, like, comes in chat sometimes. If y'all ever see a Big Vol Fan 82 in chat, he's my dad and he, like, subs to me with Twitch Prime. He'll like come in here and like give me the Melba wave emote and I'll just be like, alright, hi dad. Alright, so let me plant my windflowers up here. Oh, and hi Red, welcome to stream. I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, I mean at first like I you know, just treated him like anyone else, but why not let y'all know that if y'all ever see Big Vol Fan 82 in chat, that's my dad. You get 1 bottle spawn per day per profile. Oh, cool. I don't know if I've seen mine today, so maybe I gotta go hunting on a different beach. Got lucky and found a hybrid island full of blue and orange pansies. Yeah, do y'all mind telling me like how much luck you've had with finding these hybrid islands? Cause I'm intrigued. I want to find one, but I also don't want to waste like all my Nook miles trying to find one either. So is it pretty common? Did you find one after like a few attempts, or did you have to visit like 20 islands to find one? welcome Peachy Keen. First time using Twitch. I usually watch on YouTube. Oh, that's so cool to meet you then. I hope you're having a good day, Peachy Keen, and welcome to Twitch. I guess this way, instead of watching on YouTube, you can kind of like interact and won't just be watching a playback, you know? It's just gone midnight on my island. Oh, cozy. So you're at quite a different time zone than me. I think I time traveled, or I think I traveled to 10 or 12 islands before getting a hybrid one. Okay, that sounds like the sort of thing I'd like to avoid. I'd like to avoid traveling to like 10 or 12 items just to try to find hybrid island. I've been hearing things like it's not a bad idea to like hoard the Nook Miles because the Nook Miles can unlock some fancier stuff later on, so I've been thinking of kind of continuing to hoard them and not to find these like hybrid islands. I found mine before I knew they were a thing and I think they're pretty rare. Oh, okay. So you got pretty lucky, Alochi. My favorite hybrid island is that like hyacinth one. It looks so gorgeous. Every time I see a screenshot of that hyacinth island, I just want to be there. Oh, Rosapoo, thank you. I'm glad you all like the hair. Oh, there's my bottle. I missed it. Oh, let's see what the bottle washed up. Please be a flower crown. Please be a flower crown. To whoever finds this, I found this DIY recipe written in my dream journal this morning. I don't remember writing it down. I've entrusted my recipe to the sea in the hope someone makes it. I'd love for you to try it out. Good luck, Kit. Don't you all love how these are from actual villagers? Oh, but it's a grass skirt. I already know this one. So if anyone wants a grass skirt, feel free to give me a message like in Discord or speak up here. Maybe I can like mail it to you because I already have one. Bummer. And I think something I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play with my Twitch chat settings a little bit because I originally had it in a separate window so that maybe I could read without my glasses, but I'm gonna switch to it being like in the main part of OBS. I think it'll be easier for me to see without having to look on my other monitor all the time. What's funny is since I played with the font size, like I don't know what the default font size anymore is. Oh gosh. I'm gonna set it to like 16. Alright, well 16 looks close enough to what it usually is. I don't feel like I waste miles going to islands. I didn't get the hybrid island. I tend to just catch tarantulas. Either way, I come back having earned some stuff. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I'm definitely probably hurting with money compared to a lot of y'all that have like been going to these islands and like catching tarantulas and stuff. It's just like sometimes when I see others go to Tarantula Island or go to these islands on stream, like I notice how long they spend there, and sometimes I just don't want to make that investment. Like if you spend the Nook Miles to go to an island, then it feels like you gotta like be there an hour like catching tarantulas and stuff. And that's like dedicating a part of your day to doing that. I don't know, it's almost like I like the freedom of just being able to do things around town and not being stuck on an island. Yeah, maybe I can plant some like fruit trees. I've yet to plant some of this fruit that I got day one. That'll be really good to do. Plant some foreign fruit. Another great way to make money. That's something I haven't done enough. Like if I go to y'all's town, I should try to like pick some apples and then sell the fruit in your towns. That would be a great way to make some quick bells. If you want a leaf mask, we can trade. Oh, are you talking to me, Stacy, about the like grass skirt? Because I'd be open to that. I like the addition of the multiple types of islands. They help a lot with materials and bells. Yeah, I've only been to 2 islands, so I can't speak too much to it. I did find one with bamboo, though. Do I still have bamboo in my dresser? I'm sorry to do this, but I need to go back to my storage and see if I find some bamboo, because I have so many DIY recipes that require some bamboo that it's gonna force me to like have to plant some bamboo somewhere in my town. There are multiple grass skirt DIYs in different colors. Oh, cool. Just walked out of my house and ran into Celeste. Oh, congrats. I haven't seen Celeste yet. I'm keeping an eye out for her, though, because I think I have some star fragments for her. But yeah, I haven't seen her yet. So where's my bamboo? Okay, here it is. Anything else I need? I guess I could always plant some cedars, but I could also just be making my pockets too full. And I got this fountain from Zinrin. Maybe I should set this out somewhere. Oh, there it is. The pockets are full. Does anyone know if I need to get rid of all the weeds to get a better rated island? That's funny you ask that. I follow someone on Tumblr that's been having a lot of trouble. Like, apparently there's this part of the game where like your island rating needs to be increased, and part of it's building a lot of furniture, and then my friend on Tumblr does suspect that like the weeds hurt your rating, but yeah, that'll be interesting. I've been reluctant to pull like the tall weeds because I like how the tall weeds look like wildflowers, but I definitely don't mind like pulling some of these like itty bitty ones. I can bring it for the grass skirt. Oh, sure, Stacy. Do you want me to open up for you real quick? I much prefer hanging out in town, but I usually do something while I'm on Tarantula Island. I'm there right now, so I'm watching the stream while catching. Yeah, it does sound like if you are going to be stranded on an island for a little while, like multitasking with like a Twitch stream or like an audiobook or some music would be a good idea. Kind of seems like a little bit grindy, doesn't it? Like grinding for tarantulas. Speaking of this game, how often do villagers come to visit your island? I don't know what you mean by visit your island, but I've definitely had a very slow stream of new neighbors, if that's what you mean. It's like you start off with 2, and then you can start to maybe like invite them from the island, but it is kind of like a little slow. I just recommend sticking to it, checking out the Nook Miles Islands and inviting villagers to come move to your town. I still don't have star fragments? Wow. I feel so like behind in the game compared to a lot of you. Like CeeLo has a much more like kind of nicer looking town than me, but I guess I'm ahead of y'all with the star fragments. I guess I just play too late at night, you know? I'm a bit of a night owl. Alright, so let me drop this for Stacy if she comes over. And I also got a super lovely gift in the mail that like really like warmed my heart in the sense that like it was such a sweet letter. Let me show you all it. It was from Lenore. But yeah, isn't this the sweetest? I got an extra DIY recipe for this pan flute and thought it would go well with your peasant and woods theme. Thanks for the awesome visits this week, and I hope you're feeling better. So it's really, really sweet, and I really appreciate it, but I guess this is one that I've also managed to find already. So this is also an extra one that I have, so maybe just like Lenore passed the love on to me, I can pass the pan flute love on to someone else. So that's another one I have that's an extra. I wonder if we'll be getting more and more of these extra ones as time goes on. I hope not. I have a certain part of my island that's dedicated to weeds for a more woodsy part of my island. Yeah, I really like the weeds too, but definitely like don't judge me too harshly as far as like the weeds that I do have in town. I do plan on picking up some of them. So if you're not a fan of my weeds, they aren't all going to be there forever. Dear Glyneth, here's the fairy tale dress you said you'd like to see. Might be good for a side character. Take care, from Kaylee. Oh, I wonder what this looks like. But here's Stacy, likely on her way over to do that trade. I can bring over the flower crown also if you want while I'm available. Oh, sure, Kimma. What were we gonna trade for you? I guess the tiara hair? I guess what I can do, Kimma, because I don't have the tiara hair on me right now, but I can order that for you as soon as I can and then mail it to you. It's definitely grindy, but watching the stream and catching them occasionally is much more relaxing. Yeah, I've definitely done grindy stuff like that with stream stuff in the background as well, Jay. Like, that's a really, really valid way to kind of get through something that's grindy. Some of the things that I used to do that was kind of grindy like that, like in the New Leaf days, like pattern making has always been a really big deal for me, and I remember so many like long days spent like working on patterns like for Citaloon, and I'd have like an audiobook in the background or some music or a Twitch stream. Sometimes Twitch streams though are too distracting for me to multitask too much because sometimes I get drawn into chatting and stuff, but yeah, it is really cozy to relax to some grindy type stuff with stuff in the background. I love that a lot. Oh, and hi Stacy. Isn't her character the cutest? So I get a leaf mask and Stacy gets the what was it? What did I give Stacy? I already forgot. But thank you again. Feel free to go and stalk my Nook's Cranny or my Ables while you're here if you want, or if you want to get going, you can definitely feel free to do that too. Definitely don't want to like keep you here against your will. Does anyone know? I've heard that the first camper always moves in. If I get an animal I don't like and I don't speak to them, will a new camper appear in my campsite the next day, or just the same animal waiting for me to speak to them? That's a good question. I've definitely gotten the impression that you're kind of forced into that first camper. I think whatever camper shows up, you're forced into. But I think in the future then you unlock amiibo scanning. I can just pick it up and put it down if possible, whatever works for you. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Kimma. I actually, for now, like, I do really love that tiara hair, so in the future maybe one of my side characters will wear it, but since it's orderable and since I don't have those side characters yet, I actually sold it for now, so it would be part of my catalog, so I actually don't have it on me right now. But yeah, I can order it and mail it to you. So I came in here to like sell stuff, but there might not be a lot I can sell. I just have lots of fruit in my pockets. If it's the first camper ever from the tutorial, you're stuck with them. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. If it makes you feel better, I got stuck with Beardo as my first camper, but he's already growing on me. Oh, that's funny. Stacy here, who's visiting my town right now, she was also stuck with Beardo, so that's really funny you all both got Beardo. Got stuck with Claws, hate him. Oh. I wonder who my first camper's gonna be. I am a little slightly nervous about it because like I have such cuties right now. Like I feel like all of these guys are such cuties. But yeah, I hope they continue to be cuties. Even though we were just talking about earlier on stream about how we A lot of us try to value whatever villagers move in and not be like picky about it and try to grow to love whoever moves in. The very first I saw who was there, shut the game off straight away, then just avoided. That's funny. I'm stuck with Hippo. Oh, classic Hippo. I feel so weird saying Hippo's name because it looks like really fancy in French, but isn't that said just like Hippo? So it's like, even though it looks fancy, it doesn't sound fancy when you say it. I love Beardo. The bears are just so cute. Yeah, Kimma colors in chat. I think Kimma basically likes all the Animal Crossing villagers. So this is Kimma coming over right now. Briar from Riftendale. I look forward to getting a first peek at her character. Oh, look, she's already got her Briar Rose from Sleeping Beauty outfit, which is one that I love a lot. I made a dress like this in my Wild World Town Suncomb, and Kimma and I are like twinsies from different games in a way. But hey Kimma, I'm so sorry I don't have that tiara hair on me right now, but since you've visited my town, now you'll be a part of like my little mail delivery options, so I can send you some mail later. So keep an eye out for that in your inbox. Oh my god! I'm so hyped, y'all. I'm about to wear a flower crown. I'm so hyped. Oh, isn't that adorable? It's kind of small though. Flower crowns usually they go like across your whole head like this. This is like a little... That would be the equivalent of me wearing something like this big on my head. But thank you so much, Kimma. You look even cuter in it, I feel like. I think it goes really well with your like dark hair. Do y'all want to take like a group photo somewhere? This area kind of sucks though. Oh well, it's not too bad with the yellow flowers. So we can all like get right here and boot up the Nook camera. Oh, we're still doing trading. I should wait for y'all to finish doing the trading. I got Jacques in my camper. Oh, Jacques is kind of cool. I like Jacques. Yeah, I got Bunny. My newest move-in is actually Nan. Nan's the newest villager in my town. But Bunny moved in a couple days ago. I like her a lot. She was in Citaloon. Bunny from Citaloon, if any of y'all remember my new Leaf Town. I got Olaf. I hope he's gone tomorrow. Oh, Olaf's kind of cool. Olaf's like really classy. He like looks like a rich guy. Okay, so I think we're ready for maybe taking photos now. Alright, this is a very sunny filter. I kind of like this one. Let's go with this one. Ooh, I like that dress. You've gotten so many clothes that go with your aesthetic, Stacy. Who is Briar in chat? Oh, that's Kimma, yeah. Look at us, look at these cuties. I love it. Thanks so much for humoring me with the photos, guys. I appreciate it. Wasn't the campground villager the one you can move out later though? I imagine villagers move away at some point, so I'm trying not to stress if I don't end up liking a camper. Yeah, I think you can even force villagers out with like the amiibo card scanner. So no one's permanent. Oh sure, Briar, yeah, definitely check out the shops. Kimma just found her new town the other day, so she might want to like be starting to collect furniture. Feel free to check Abel's. And meanwhile, while you guys are over here, and feel free to look around and do your thing, I'm gonna plant some orchards. I love Nan. She was my buddy in Wild World along with Kurt. Oh, that sounds cozy to kind of like imagine that in my head, especially since the Wild World renders were so much more like chibi and adorable. Uh, they looked so much more like blocky and like low res, but I loved it. I'm hoping to at least find Rosie before or later on. Oh, well, good luck. I have a lot of the amiibo cards, so if they ever fix that glitch where currently there's a glitch with trying to adopt out villagers that are being kicked out via amiibo. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. But once that glitch gets fixed, maybe I can bring back my villager adoption acorn points reward and implement for New Horizons as well. Getting some Nook Miles? Cool. Flower power. Wow, I'm close to... Am I close to maxed out with the flower power reward? Look at that. Fruit roots. I love that we have the Nook camera now. It's so cool to see the aesthetic pictures people get during visits. Yeah, well, yeah, I took a while getting used to it because, like, don't y'all wish there was, like, some sort of hotkey for booting up the camera? Like, you have to, like, click a few different times to get to the camera, but I really liked it too, and you can probably do more than just, like, the basic, like, Wi-Fi visit type shots I've been getting. Like, imagine the sorts of, like, landscaping shots you can get with it. But yeah, let me, start to plant an orangery somewhere. I'm not sure where to plant the orangery, but maybe over here. I haven't been on since the night before New Horizons, but remember you were playing Wild World, so it's exciting to see you play the game. I ordered a Switch, but because Ireland is on lockdown, I don't know when it'll arrive. Oh, cool. Welcome, Luke. Yeah, it's always nice to see people who maybe, like, showed up for a past stream come back and find their way here again. I think I remember you. Yeah, before New Horizons came out, I was streaming like all my towns, like Wild World, New Leaf, GameCube, and now it's pretty much just New Horizons all the time. Alright, so something that I was trying to do was I was trying to center where I'm planting the trees around where like that little sandcastle is, but I think that sandcastle is on a half space, so that's why it's not centered, so I just need to not worry about it. Oh, so many Nook Miles. Yeah, I guess I do have a fair amount, don't I? I have 28 grand, so I'm really kind of hoarding them. Yeah, maybe I'll plant my first oranges over here. I also kind of wish the camera was a bit easier to access, like a shortcut button. Yeah, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Can I quickly visit Athalia? We're already friends and I'd love to come and have a look around. Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll leave my gates open a little bit while longer. In some ways, though, I was kind of hoping to not like have like a really giant multiplayer stream today. For the most part, be doing some like solo work and solo gameplay in Athalia. But yeah, a few people can trickle in and out if you want. Oh, I'm glad you're all impressed by my 28 grand Nook Miles. Yeah, maybe I should visit some islands and use some of them up. I'd love to have L and R as sort of mappable shortcut buttons to access apps I need to get to a lot, like Miles and stuff. Yeah, especially since, like, sometimes when I go to my phone, like, my, cursor is, like, on one of the other ones. Like, let's see what it's on when I boot it up right now. It's on Nook Miles, so, yeah, it's always just kind of a mess. I'm getting a lot for, like, planting fruit. Oh, you guys are impressed by my Nook Miles. It's after midnight here, so I'll not stay long. Oh wow, it's midnight where you are. So this is Nicola from Augusta, Wi-Fiing with a new friend today. I updated my own passport recently. I took a nice, like, scenic photo of my character doing some gardening, and I named my title Hospitable Lass, which I think is fitting for Glyneth, but I have to admit I've really liked, like, the meme things a lot of people have come up with. Like, a lot of people have a lot of fun with that little title and coming up with funny combinations, but I guess with Glyneth I have the title just referring to, like, what her character is. But yeah, welcome in. I guess you're probably getting my really, like, basic flyover right now. That's not that fancy. I love the multiplayer loading screen music. Yeah, it is kind of a jaunty little tune, isn't it? But this is Nicola from Augusta. Welcome in. Mine is Internet Ghost. Oh, that's perfect, Alochi. And I know ghosts are like a big sort of theme with your channel. So that's really on brand for you. Oh, you're welcome, Stacy. And yeah, definitely I understand if anyone needs to, like, get going, but feel free to stay as long as you'd like as far as checking out the sorts of things you can get up to. Speaking of shortcuts, how does one access the weapon wheel in this game? Because I'm seeing a lot of veteran Animal Crossing players. The weapon wheel? That's through Nook Miles. Oh, welcome back, Mercy. Hope you had a cozy time walking your dogs. And see you later, Stacy. Thanks for coming over. I imagine people with funny titles get funnier when the town villagers start talking about it, but Hospital Lass totally fits Glyneth's character. Yeah, Glyneth is a gardener too, like a gardener and a woodcutter, so I was kind of hoping I could do something like hospitable gardener, but gardener wasn't one of the options. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out on the ABD for, like, the Nook Miles rewards red. Lots of good stuff there. That's also how you unlock, like, custom designs, tools, and the island visits we were talking about. So I guess I could continue planting, like, oranges down here. I haven't had to use my axe a lot. For the most part, I've just been keeping my trees where they are, but yeah, I like the tool wheel too. My only complaint is sometimes I have trouble getting to the ones that, like, are in the corners, like getting to, say, the ladder, getting to the vaulting pole. Like, I'm doing a good job at getting to them right now, but every now and then, like, I can't get to them super conveniently. That's my only complaint. It was good. There was a nice breeze, but it's starting to get hot here. Oh, cool. That sounds cozy. I was getting, like, a little hot here earlier. That's part of why I wore, like, a tank top today. I was getting kind of warm. It's starting to warm up over here. Spring-like weather. I wonder if this is, like, too close to the cliff. Do you think this is too close to the cliff, or do you think it'll grow here? pockets are full. Well, I'll just temporarily drop that there. Tool wheel is nice, but left and right arrows are faster if you rearrange the items right. Yeah, like a keyword if you arrange the items right. I don't know if I'm organized enough for that, but I guess what you're talking about is if you like arrange them in a way that makes sense, then you can access them pretty quickly just by like going like this. You should make a compilation for YouTube of all the times your pockets are full. Yeah, that would be funny. I think y'all have convinced me. I think I need to start paying off my loans. I've been reluctant to because of the whole I want to be a tiny like cabin in the woods sort of thing. I've been reluctant, but I think I need to bite the bullet and do it. And it shouldn't be seen as biting the bullet. I mean, I should be excited to pay off my loan and expand my house. But right after I've decorated it, you know, I've just finally decorated that main room there, and now it's gonna either get bigger or I'll have like a new room. So yeah, I wonder what it'll look like once I expand it. Is it gonna be an upstairs, or is it gonna be like a side room, or is it gonna make the main room bigger? I don't know. How's it gonna affect my house? I know I don't chat a lot and tend to lurk in these streams, but I just want to say thanks for your streams. They're always really lovely and cozy, and I just love putting them on and relaxing. Very grateful for this wholesome stream and community. Oh, Robin, thank you so much. That means a lot. I really appreciate little words of encouragement like that, because just like probably any content creator, like, you know, I get sometimes a little self-conscious or like imposter syndrome, or, you know, feeling like my streams aren't good. Like I definitely have those feelings sometimes. So little words of encouragement like that mean a lot. Thank you so much, Robin. So what did I come in here to do? I guess I mostly came in here to show you all the fact that I just now got my room looking how I like, but once I pay off my loan, which I'm kind of set on doing now, I feel like I gotta pay off my loan to get more storage. I'm a little curious what it's gonna do to my main room. Is it gonna make it bigger, or am I gonna get a new room? I guess I'll just have to see. But now it looks like I cleared off some space in my like main inventory. Maybe I can hoard some stuff now. Like the Cosmos wreath, definitely don't want to throw that away. And the Wildflower Meadow, definitely don't want to throw that away either. That's gorgeous. Just to hype how gorgeous that is again. Oh, it's so pretty. I think you can still have a very cabiny house and have it be fully upgraded. It'll be cute. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to feel too, Jay. Like, I don't need my house to be tiny in order for it to be cabiny. I can still expand it and add some more rooms and have it look like a little woodland cabin. Oh, and enjoy your lurk, Stacy. Thanks so much again for the little the recipe trade that we did. Oh, and what's this letter? Oh, from Heather and from Kaylee. Did I already look at these? I feel like I've already looked at this one. So this is the fairy tale dress. I look forward to seeing what that's like. And this is from Heather. Cute bed from Heather. So this is... Oh, that's so funny. It's called a cute bed. And when Heather wrote that, like, I thought she was just saying, oh, this is a cute bed for you. But, no, that's what it's actually called. Oh, there's... Okay, so I can't see what it looks like at the moment. But I can try on this dress right now. Fairy tale dress. Let's see what this is. Oh, cute. I like that a lot. Maybe I can wear this for the day, just as like a little bit of a change, a little bit of like a wardrobe mix-up. But yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, cool. Thanks, Jay. I was kind of like, I know it should be considered a spoiler for me, but I was curious, so I went ahead and read what you wrote. So it's nice to know how my house is going to change next. Alright, let's drop some more of my materials here and plant some more fruit, because that'll help with my inventory issues. But I can just sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel. One, I have a few spaces freed up in my house now, and two, I'm going to expand my house later, so I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel for my storage issues. Oh, is that for me? A diner uniform? Oh, thank you. If you want, like if you wanted to hang on to this, I could just catalog it. Oh, cute! I look like a little waitress for a diner. Thank you so much. Do you want to like catalog some of the stuff that I've got? Just make sure to like pick it up and then put it back down on the ground. Yeah, these are a few dresses that I have access to if you want to pick them up and then put them back down and catalog them. Oh, thank you, Colbro. And thanks, Peachy Keen. Oh, the room gets bigger? Interesting. Jay told me something different. Which is it? Presents for having me. Oh, thank you, Peachy Keen. Looks like someone else is on their way. I don't really know who this is. I don't know if they've like spoken up in Twitch chat that they're coming over or not, so. Oh, so this is a Pikmin from Outset. Gonna head to bed. Thanks for a cozy time. Oh, thank you, Helly. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good evening. Oh, okay. So, it's gonna get bigger and then add an extra room? Cool. Alright, so it is kind of what I was saying about how I just got happy with my room and then now I'm gonna have to rearrange everything. Alright, so this is Pikmin from Outset. I better say hi in case they're not watching the stream. Gonna check out my Abel's. I don't even think I've like seen my Abel's yet. I should go and see what she has for sale. But thank you again for that gift, and it looks like you might have given this as a gift as well, the chic tea room wall. Yeah, and just make sure, like the only rule I have for my town, please don't pick the weeds. I don't mind if you like pick the fruit, even the flowers, like hey, the flowers will grow back, but yeah, just don't pick the weeds. And I wonder where I should plant the peaches, you guys. Where should I have my little, like, peach orchard? Maybe... I don't know, there's this kind of, like, blank area of land over here. Maybe I should plant some peaches up here. yeah, let me know when you all are done looking around, and then maybe I can go ahead and close up my gates and do some like solo play. But I'm gonna start a little peach orchard up here. Have you noticed that it takes a while for you to like dig a hole on these like multiplayer things sometimes? Like, look how long I had to think about digging a hole. I've been really like procrastinating planting fruit in my town because the fruit is something that like I would ideally like to plan out a little bit and plant in like good spots, but I don't have my gridded map and everything all planned out, so I feel like unprepared to like start planting and laying out my town without my faithful gridded map. So I'm thinking that tomorrow I might actually like buckle down and create a gridded map. That might be kind of something fun to show you all the next time I stream, is how my gridded map comes out. Yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up a grid in like something like MS Paint, and I'm going to just like space by space like map everything out. I hope it comes out okay and hope it can be helpful for planning out my town. It's a bit of a tradition for me to map out my town, whatever sort of town I create. Oh, and hi Boy Tiger, thank you, I appreciate it. Cutting down trees reminds me, do you know if we have the special marks on the stump, like a new leaf? I definitely haven't seen them yet, Kimma. I'm keeping an eye out, but I have not seen the special stumps yet. There are a variety of different tools though, like besides like the pretty good tools, I know you can get a gold axe eventually, so maybe that's something reserved for like the better tools. I have no idea. So Peachy Keen is gonna head back now. If y'all want, I can probably just close my gates. Sorry, I have to type this way, but I'm not sure if Pikmin is watching or not. But thanks for coming over, Peachy. Your maps always come out great. Oh, you remember my maps from past towns, Dark and I finally broke down after working through some financial projecting and have a Nintendo Switch in the mail, and Animal Crossing is on the way. Ah, cool. Congratulations. I'm glad you were able to work through those financial figuring out how you were able to get your hands on that, but that's wonderful. I can't wait to see you more in these like New Horizons streams talking about your own town project and how your town's coming along. Alright, thanks everyone for coming over. And I'd love to like maybe plant cherries over here because I've got some like red houses in this area. Breath of the Wild is a ton of fun too. Yeah, if there is a Zelda game that I could get into, it might be Breath of the Wild, but I just am really dedicated to like Animal Crossing as a hobby that I almost don't want to get sucked into something else because I'm dedicated to, you know, my Animal Crossing streaming and town building and the fact that I have like a blog dedicated to Animal Crossing. It's just I almost try not to get into other video games. But Breath of the Wild does look super gorgeous. I love the aesthetics of it. Alright, see you later, Red. Have a good night. how do house plots work in this game? You plot them and then random villagers can move in. So the house plots, I think you saw an example one stream, Mercy, and one of the streams that I did, the house plots were like really big, and that was because for those particular house plots, Tom Nook wanted you to craft furniture for them. So I think normally the house plots don't have to be quite that big. So that's something to keep an eye out for. But yeah, I actually don't have any in my town right now. Like, I don't have a house plot that I can show you, but you can basically just walk around town and pick out a spot for your townie to move in. Okay, so orange windflower sprouts, red windflowers. Trying to make sense of my pockets a little bit. And I guess these dresses, maybe I can drop near my house. I really love your channel and friendly attitude. I've been learning a lot from you and Wafer's channel. Excited to connect with more New Horizons players. Oh yeah, Wafer's another one of my favorites. I really love popping into his streams. He does a lot more of like, I don't know, I feel like some players are doing better at like the New Horizons grinding than me. Like they've already got like millions of bells and gotten their hands on lots of hybrids from these island tours. I think if you want to pick up on a tip that maybe I don't do personally but is really, really valid to do, I recommend lots of the Nook Island tours, because those are a great way to both like find lots of tarantulas, find hybrids if you get lucky with that, really get like lots of money, lots of resources. I think that's basically how, even without time traveling, you can kind of get ahead in the game. And y'all can see by my Nook Miles hoarding, like I have 28 grand Nook Miles. I clearly haven't been playing that way. I've been trying to make money in the sorts of like cozy around town sorts of ways. Like I almost feel just so much more cozier like fishing along my own beach, where I can like see these balloon presents flying across. I can talk to villagers as I'm grinding for bells on my own beach. That's kind of the way that I've been preferring to play, but yeah, I definitely recommend if you want to get more into the New Horizons grind, to be making money quick, making resources quick, check out those Nook Island tours. Can't wait for cherry blossom trees. It's gonna make me redo my whole town aesthetic probably. Oh yeah, I think my first cherry blossom season will be very basic, but I can see maybe next year having a lot of fun with it. Alright, so am I almost done with my little peach farm? I guess I am. This is my last few peaches. Oh no, I have like 9 more peaches. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't plant every single peach I own. Oh, and hi Joey, welcome to stream. I hope you're doing good, Joey. He's a little more strategic and into collecting all the tricks and codes and things, but I like the way you inhabit your world and the themes you play with. Yeah, maybe I'll get more into that sort of style of like grindy, strategic play eventually. But I've been really enjoying the atmosphere and the vibes of New Horizons and just taking my time with it. Oh, look at this balloon present. I think if I drop it right now, I think it's gonna disappear. That's another way the balloon presents can disappear, is if you drop them on some weeds. There we go. So I did get my first tire, by the way, which is kind of cool. My very first tire, so I wonder if I can do some like tire public works now. And I'm just gonna plant some cherries over here, and I might actually like you know, do a bit of a shorter stream today. Been streaming for about 3 hours. Might stream for something like that instead of 5 hours this time. I always love finishing my towns during the Cherry Blossom Festival. Such a fun aesthetic. Yeah, I wonder what it'll look like in this town when I get this town all finished, because I can't even really visualize it yet. Yeah, I'm gonna plant a few cherries. I think my goal is basically, like, I want to start planting this foreign fruit that I've had hoarded in my dressers for a while. I need to start planting that. Oh, thank you, Dark Nye. Y'all are being so sweet and supportive today. I definitely in some ways felt like a little unprepared for this one, because I didn't have like a big project in mind other than like working on some trees and flowers, which like is like we keep talking about grindy stuff, but in a way landscaping is its own sort of grind, you know, just walking around planting every tree, planting every flower. So I need to do this sometime though, so why not now? Oh, and this is Pudge's house, and this is Bunny's house. I didn't realize Bunny was home right now. Oh, thank you, Mercy. So Bunny's in here doing some spring cleaning. Still feel like hanging out? Me too. My friend making strat is to go hard with a personal chat. I always want to learn everything in one go. Oh my gosh, spill it all. So what am I going to learn about you today? Let's see. Let's talk TV, Glyneth. Is there a show that you totes binge watch? Okay, so shows that I watch. I admit I am a little basic in my TV tastes. I watch Survivor kind of out of nostalgia. If any of you like also watch Survivor, it's this, you know, of course, reality TV show about like, you know, voting people off the island and stuff. And I grew up watching it as a kid, and I still watch it to this day. I really enjoy HBO's His Dark Materials series based off of a book series I really like. I like Stranger Things. And Stranger Things is one I binge watch. And I recently just finished watching The Witcher on Netflix. Oh, but she's asking me which sorts of things I binge watch. None of these are really that appealing to what I was just talking about. Like, where's the one about, like, story-based shows? Like, I guess I'll say anime, because I am a Sailor Moon fan. Have you ever been watching a live-action show and said to yourself, this needs more robots? Not really. Boom, anime's got your back. Okay. Robots that are people, robots that are dogs, robots that are buildings, bicycles, beach balls, houseplants. Is that stuff happening in boring live-action shows? Didn't think so. Anime's got your back. That's so funny. I didn't expect to be having this conversation with Bunny today. Look at her doing some dusting. She is dusting her vacuum cleaner. That's how clean Bunny is. She doesn't just dust her house, she dusts the thing that cleans her house. You are totes pulling off that frugal dress. Well, thank you, Bunny. You're too fab, Glyneth. I've watched many videos on fashion. I know everything. And this thing you've got going on right now, somebody should give you an award. Aw. Bunny. Love Stranger Things. The set designs and color work in that show are amazing. Such a fun retro aesthetic. Yeah, I love the characters and the music and the plots of the shows. I'm just really into it. I love that world. Can't wait to see what they come up with for season 4, although I am a little worried about like the state of like TV and stuff right now, because I think a lot of shows are having to like halt their filming and halt their projects indefinitely, so we'll have to keep an eye out. And I'll plant like a few more like cherry trees over here. I guess that's my last one, okay. Who knew Bunny was such an anime stan? Yeah. Plus, I don't know if I associate robots with anime personally, but that was Bunny's big thing. She was like, if you want robots, anime's got your back. Oh, and I have like one more peach, but maybe I can add it to this peach. Yeah. And I got some coconuts. I need a bunny in my home. Wholesome award. Yeah, that was really wholesome. I'm loving the dialogue in this game so far. I think they're really charming to talk to. Worried about my fave shows. Yeah, it is gonna be like a struggle for a lot of different like industries, but we don't have to talk too much about that. That's more of like a sad topic. Bunny has the same furniture layout as Bubbles, who loved the same plot with like the natural table and bird bath in my island. Oh, so you even remember like the plot that they had? Yeah, each of those plots up there, like Nan, Bunny, and Pudge, they all wanted me to like build certain furniture for them, both outside and inside. But yeah, I think a lot of the like villager house interiors look to be the same from house to house. Like, it just seems to be the way it works in this one, is that a lot of them have the same wallpaper, the same like wooden furniture. It's all very samey. Hope they can somehow get more personalized furnishings as time moves on. Yeah, me too. I think they do though. I think I saw like a photo of Julian's house on Twitter and it looked really, really fancy. So I'm just planting a lot of these like coconut palms willy-nilly. I think a part of my goal right now, in the coming days, I want to, one, get a lot of these like flowers and trees out of my inventory. Like I've been hoarding like gardening supplies. And I need to realize that as long as I start planting them, you can actually move trees around by like eating fruit, and then that gives you the power to like dig up the trees later. So I just need to not be a hoarder and get some of this gardening supplies out of my pockets, and I can always move it later. So yeah, that's kind of my goals in the coming days, is to 1, clear my inventory, 2, upgrade my house, 3, enjoy the town hall opening, 4, make a gridded map. Oh gosh, I have too many objectives. I have too many things I need to do. Because I was about to say, like, 5, work on WordPress posts, 6, work on a path. Like, I have too much to do. Okay. Oh! I shouldn't have sped through this dialogue. This isn't the standard look at my wares dialogue. This is something different. Thanks to you, we've gained a lot of customers on the island who can't wait for me to come here peddling. So I've been talking with my sister about opening a proper store right here on this island. So today I came to chat with Tom Nook and we had a great conversation. He was all like, we have some materials left over from building Nook's Cranny, All that must be done is to select an appropriate location, yes? Oh, and the perfect individual to help you find that location would be Glyneth, yes? Yes? So I figured I'd just keep doing the traveler peddler thing until I ran into you again, and that's now. Oh geez, I've just been rambling on and on, haven't I? Sorry, I'm pretty excited about all this. Anyway, my sister and I would feel better opening the shop with the help of someone Tom Nook trusts. Sure, I can be your location scout. Oh gosh, am I gonna have to plan a location right now? Oh yeah, I am. Got one of my handy dandy like tint bags. love that rock on your beach. Yeah, these rocks are kind of like a fun little touch. Earlier in stream I was talking about my little mermaid coast idea. I wonder if I could incorporate like a mermaid coast with these like rocks. Love how the coconut palm plants look more natural in sapling form. Yeah, I was noticing that. It looks a little unusual to me. I'm not used to seeing them like that. My friend was enjoying New Horizons for a few days, then said it was too boring after a couple days. Oh, well, I definitely don't feel that way. This game's gonna keep me busy for a long time. But yeah, the Animal Crossing gameplay probably doesn't appeal to just anyone, you know? I could definitely see how certain people it might be boring to them. Oh gosh. Maybe I'll think on this. I don't know. I feel a little pressured trying to come up with a spot on this on stream. I'll definitely like look over my map. Maybe you all can suggest stuff for me. Where would you put Able Sisters on my little map? I think you'll have a lot of fun with a town hall opening though. I bet you'll get more ideas for what you want to do with your island. At least that's how it was for me. Yeah, the town hall probably unlocks a lot of features. Maybe I can like make a flag for the first time. Yeah, the Able Sisters. Honestly, my impression after overthinking it for a solid few minutes, my impression is that it would make a lot of sense just next to the Nook shop. Why not? Let me at least head over there and see how that looks. The little river nook next to my home would be cool. Yeah, I can see how that would be a cozy spot for a building. I guess currently I've got my hoarding supplies over here though. I'm gonna go test to see how it looks near the nooklings, and I can always move this stuff later. Oh, look at Pudge. He's so precious. Alright, I guess the downside to putting it near Nook's Cranny would be that it would kind of block off that piece of land that's like going up to the waterfall. Do you all see what I mean by that? Oh, hi Klemetsu, welcome to stream. I hope you're doing good. I'm trying to figure out where to put my Able Sisters right now. Sorry for the long silences, just trying to think about this. Maybe this little nook right here? I might just have to think on this, guys. I'm feeling a little bit like under pressure to come up with something during stream. Like I'm currently like streaming and broadcasting this, and I have to like, oh no, I have to pick out a house plot for Able Sisters right now. Better not pick something I'll regret in a few days, you know? Like, I might just want to think on this a little bit. I hope you all understand. You could always place it near resident services or in a more foresty spot for like a wooded tailor shop cabin or something. Yeah, that's the thing. I think in the future I'm gonna want to have it be like in the woods, because if there's one aesthetic that I can maybe make the whole fantasy world building idea work with the Able Sisters, it's having the Able Sisters be a cozy little woodland shop. But the downside is that it would be hard to get to every day because I'd have to use my ladders to get to it. There's a little cliff nook above the river where you are, maybe there. I appreciate those suggestions. Yeah, there are really lots of cozy river nooks and things, and cliff nooks. So many places it could go. I'll just probably want to think about it a little longer. Oh, I'm glad, Klemetsu. Yeah, my day's pretty good. I do have like a little bit of a headache right now though. I might go ahead and wrap up stream in a little bit and just kind of work on trying to figure out where I want to put up my Able Sisters in the future. I mean, I could see this spot working over here by like the top of town. That could work pretty well. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll like put that in the back of my head. Always take your time. Oh, thank you so much. I will say, this is probably the spot that's appealing to me the most. I think it's really cute, actually. Should I just go for it? I don't know. Y'all were just telling me to take my time, so maybe I should wait. I think it's really cute, though. I need to do some aerial map studying and research before choosing where to put it, yeah. And if I'm gonna make a gridded map pretty soon anyways, maybe that's something I could try to brainstorm while working on my gridded map. But Samantha says it looks perfect. Yeah, well you might see this Able Sisters here in a few days then, because I'm really liking it too. I'll take a little screenshot to remember like where I like this. Good evening, Lenore. You think that's a good spot too? Yeah, I think so as well, but I am probably gonna think on it like a little bit while longer. But part of the reason why I both like it and don't like it, one, I don't like that I'll have to use the ladders and the pole vault all the time to get to it, but I do like where it is visually. And hey, at least the Able Sisters isn't something you have to try to get to multiple times a day. You can just head over there once to see what they have. But Nook's Cranny, you definitely want Nook's Cranny to be accessible. I think I'm going to import a screenshot of my map into Photoshop and draw over it to figure out where I'll build things. When I get some ideas noted down, I think it'll save confusion later. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. But thank you all so much for watching today. I might go ahead and wrap up stream now, and I really appreciate you all being here and tuning in. I admit, like, this is kind of one of my first, like, really, like, super easygoing New Horizons streams, in the sense that I didn't do a lot of multiplayer, and I mostly just, like, worked on my town and stuff, so kind of a good practice and good experience with doing these sorts of solo New Horizons streams, and I hope I can, you know, get better at the process. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to get some productive few days. I'll be back Thursday for my next stream, and maybe I'll record like a video of myself like getting the town hall tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait. Tomorrow my lovely like town hall will be built and not this little ugly tent anymore. That'll be so exciting. Oh, but thank you, Jay. And bye Tutranium and Boy Tiger and bye Falcon. Oh, so Falcon's asking me something. Mind if I redeem my acorns now so it can be something to work with later? Yeah, you definitely can, Dark Knight. I will say that sometimes, I'm just being like a little honest here, sometimes when people like use the acorn points to like reserve a villager adoption, it can almost like, I know that I owe that person that in the back of my head, so then it's kind of something that's like almost weighing on me. So maybe like when you get closer to wanting to use the acorn points for that reward, maybe that would be a little better, so that I don't have it like hanging over me that like I owe you something. Does that make sense? But I hope that's okay. But bye Samantha and bye everyone. I look forward to seeing this be a town hall tomorrow and pick where I want Able Sisters to go. See you all later.